Hang on a second, guys.
You know, he said everything right on that. Someone did some research on that shit.
Right.
Because I guarantee you, no fucking movie producer without doing research do that.
Well, it's just like I
Hey,
watched
hey,
a show on YouTube today. This guy basically was in the Marine Corps, and they wanted him to watch a couple of episodes.
There we go.
It was
Let me.
whatever his
There we
name
go.
is, Full Metal Jacket.
So we ain't echoing.
And what was the other?
How's everybody doing? I see
Dark.
5
They wanted
people
him to
in.
watch these movies to see if some of it's real or some of it's fake. Well,
No.
Jarhead, he said, yeah, the one thing
You hear my husband in the background. There's got a
This
movie
guy's
on.
going right, and everything's going right. Don't keep moving, dude. If you keep moving, you're gonna sink faster.
Hold on 1 second, guys. Phone. Never. Right. Hey, hey, where's my chicken? Hello and hugs. Let me put my headphones on so you don't get much of the feedback from the TV. I get that on. Why my cat's climbing all over me here. How you doing? Where's my chicken? Give me a second here. Mike's gonna mute for a second. I would show. PA's good. Cold, but good. Here's that better, guys? You don't hear the TV? Hey, Mike Z. Hello and hugs. How you doing, sweetie? There's the StreamYards. If you want to join up, you can join the panel. More than welcome to. It's cold out there. Hello to all 9 people coming in. Hugs.
He's gonna go in.
Hey, Shirley. Come back.
I guess he's doing pretty good. Haven't really got to talk or got to see him. My son hasn't been over. Justin, hello and hugs. Make sure that's you. I know I have Justin. I do have. Okay, yeah, it is Justin.
There goes the young man. Pop, there's one part of me. Pop, there comes the other part of me.
Okay, that is you. I had you modded, Justin, didn't I? Kevin R, hello and hugs. Big D, hello and hugs. Well, you are now. I had you modded before, I thought. Ugh. Oh, no, that was over on Tammy's channel you're modded.
Who?
Elmo.
Yeah, Elmo's modded on mine.
That's why. There we go. We got you now, Elmo. So I know it's the real you. Even though I checked your page and made sure TXGT. Hello and hugs. How you doing? Yeah, that's why I confused. That's why I got a little bit confused. I thought you were online when that happened, but we got you now. You're good. Yeah, he's beside me. Uh, Big D goes, I hear Tutu. Hello, what's up?
Go to bed. I'm tired.
Hope says she saw your haircut and it looks good.
Oh, thank you.
If you heard me, said thank you. Public official observer, hello and hugs. And hello and hugs to you too. Hope.
Lay down now.
Okay.
Talk to y'all in bed.
Alright.
Have a good night,
I hope probably end up jumping on panel once he relaxes a little bit. So how's everybody's day going? I am also going to throw Eric's pool into the stream. So that way we can get that. I don't have autos. So and I have there we go. We got Eric's pull up. So that way we can if anybody wants to, they're more than welcome to donate. Look down my facts about Rockwell, Texas. They even apologized for me waiting for 6 hours and answer back, in which it was broken up. Are they promised they call me back? It took 40 minutes. Well, Rockwell's screwing up right now. The sheriff's office is screwing up right now. The sheriff there basically declared war on all auditors. So I still seeing his videos up when I checked his channel. Videos that he made from today. I wouldn't think he would get a strike because it's all in fun. Yeah, Rockwell Sheriff's Office. Bye, Teresa. We ain't starting drama in here, guys. No drama. If you think about starting drama, you might as well just leave. It's not happening. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, listen, I tell you what, it's not the sheriff's department, it's the police department.
Well, the recording I heard earlier from Cindy's, the whoever called them early, or I think it was What the heck was his name? I
Oh,
can't.
I have names. I have many names. That's my background of researching. But I promise you, it's not the sheriff's department. It was literally the police department that pulled him over.
Yeah.
And the thing is, the sheriff's department is becoming embarrassed because they're in the same county.
Yeah. Well, there was an actual phone recording that the chief or sheriff, whatever, at the station screwed up and said that he declared war on all auditors.
Wait a minute. The sheriff said that?
Go look on News Now Houston.
Oh, no. No, just tell me. I mean, I believe what you're saying.
Yeah.
But according
The
to the
whole
sheriff's department,
conversation's in there.
okay. Like I said, the police department is bouncing off back and right. We all know the police department, excuse my language, folks, effed up, fucked up. Even with this shooting of the bird, they're saying there was a senior citizen that saw the bird. How can a senior citizen see two vehicles driving past each other?
I have no idea.
That's the way Texas works.
Yeah. Bouncer, hello and hugs. Sarah, hello and hugs. It's like I said, Kevin, Tammy's job's doing good.
Yeah. Believe me, with my criminology degree, I flipped the script on the sergeant from Rockwall and made him feel like, how cops try to make you feel like, oh, we're your buddy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I did. That's what I did with the sergeant, as being a criminologist, and he gave me all kinds of information. Apparently, this woman is like the police officer that pulled him over. It's crazy. The police department is hiding her. You know what I'm saying? They're even though he says we're going to look into it crucially, and even after calling the Texas Rangers in, they're in trouble.
Yeah.
They're in trouble. That's all I have to say. I mean, especially when they apologize for me waiting for 6 hours for a response, they know they're wrong.
Yep.
But anybody else listening to this conversation, or just you and I?
Oh, well, it's everybody's listening in chat.
Okay, I can't see the chat, so. But I promise you, I've called Rockwall since Sunday. Been online, waiting. As an ex-veteran, I'm used to waiting online forever and ever. And I promise you, this sergeant knows he has his hands full. That's it. He's got his hands full.
Yeah. Yeah, he does.
Yeah. That's all I got. So if everybody wants to join in, I'll just leave. But I'm just telling you guys.
Well, they're going to have more of a handful when it comes to February 10th.
Yeah, well, in Texas, you piss. I know this sounds corny. If you piss off a Texan, we will fight to the end of him. I mean, that's just straight up. And this police officer soliciting. I even said to the sergeant, the police officer solicited. You know what I'm saying? Solicited a person to charge him to go to jail. Because you can flip off a police officer, and there's nothing they can do about it. That is straight up law in Texas. So I want to go. I'm going to go to the courthouse. I'm going to FOIA the body cam. I'm going to FOIA everything, and I want to find out who this civilian was. This 80-year-old lady. That's what he said. You know how ridiculous this has become? Some 80-year-old lady saw a guy flip off a police officer, and she wants to press charges. You understand how ridiculous that is?
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
Yeah. Welcome to Texas. Anyway, that's it. That's literally all I got. The law is the law, and I want to see the statement from this 80-year-old lady that saw Otto flip off a police officer. I want to see the public information. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Coming out of church.
Rockwell don't believe in the Constitution.
Well, if she's coming out of church, that's Sunday. He's going to court. That's Tuesday, right? Because court is on Tuesday and Thursdays, right?
I believe.
Well, and in Texas, court is Texas and Thursdays. Believe me, as an ex-criminologist, court is on Tuesday and Thursdays. But apparently, he was flipping off someone going to court, and this old lady saw.
Yeah,
Well, welcome to. That's Chicago, right?
Well, from what I saw when what was it yesterday when Eyes on You was out and Force Observer, they end up seeing that cop. She has a ride now. She has to do a ride along. She can't be by herself. No body cam. She has to ride along with somebody.
I would never, even as a man right now, with my experience with veteran and criminologist, I would never do a ride along.
I don't know, Sarah. I know the Worst Observer was on earlier.
Yeah.
You might want to check out her page.
Okay. But I'm just telling you right now, rock wall, and there's a difference because there's a rock well, L-E-L-L, and there's a rock wall, R-O-C-K-W-A-L-L.
Yeah.
Romeo, October, what I'm saying.
Right.
And Rock Wall, Texas, Dallas. And excuse my language, folks. I know everybody's texting. They just fucked up.
Yeah. Hey, Gary, hugs.
Yeah. Anyway.
But yeah. It's all messed up.
I want to step out and go back to the text. But I just want you to know I've been finding this since Sunday because I really don't know Otto from Adam. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him. But it's all about.
Otto's a fun guy. He's funny.
Oh yeah, that's great.
He's a big teddy bear.
Yeah, right. I just never met him. I've never texted him before. I've never watched his videos, and which is kind of amazing because I'm all over the place, watching from East West Coast to Rhode Island, Texas. The thing is, it's called courtroom and procedures. And the cops just, excuse my language, ladies, the cops just fucked up. Retaliation just fucked up this whole police department. Excuse my language, ladies.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm going back to text.
Okie dokie. Thank you for hopping on.
Well, I'm just saying, they really screwed up.
Yeah, they did.
Even the sergeant said it himself. Like I told you, I flipped the scripts. We don't know what to do. We're not used to all these phone calls. We're gonna look into this subject, and we'll see what happens. The county is scared. You don't understand? The county is scared because they're about to get sued.
Yeah. Oh, he smokes Blue Eyes. You're doing 9 hours? Damn. She's right now laying with Dan. Lizzie's laying with Dan, Rising Sun Media. Dan did a double today, so she's spending time with Dan. Oh, yes. We all do, Rises of me. Everybody does. Well, if they're scared, then they should not be messing with Otto then. Nobody said you were, sweetie. Hey, Gary. How you doing, Gary?
How you crazy kids doing? Did you guys enjoy the Gary Snowflake Marathon on Emo Hollywood's page?
Yeah, well, you and Evo are having a video war there, dude.
It took him 2 hours. He was on for 2 hours and he didn't even play all the videos. But I let the little guy have fun. You know, I get him a lot, so I don't care.
Yeah, he even said it was all in fun.
Well, he didn't mean it. He did it because he thought he was getting me or something. I could have gave him a copyright strike, but I'm not going to do that. You know?
Nah, it's all good.
Exactly right.
Trump Tard, hello and hugs.
Who?
Trump Tard.
Trump Todd says hello.
Yep.
I don't know Trump Todd, so.
Trump Tard. He's one of Joey's buddies.
Oh, that Trump Todd.
Yeah, that Trump Tard.
Yeah, I hear a lot of.
Explain it to you.
Yeah, I hear a lot about him, but I don't pay attention to the drama, so I'm not a drama.
Yeah.
I don't do that.
I'll leave it on their channels.
What's Big D, Blue Eyes, and Kevin? How you guys doing? Crazy mixed up kids.
You guys can type easily now. No slow-mo behind it. When I go on my phone, I have to use the mobilization because but they want me to monetize, and I'm sorry, I refuse to monetize. I'm not being forced to do something I don't want to do.
Yeah, fuck the babysitting shit, man. You know.
So
how's
I'm trying to catch up with your videos and emos. It's like I'm going back and forth.
Oh, when you see Emo's videos, he went off last night like nobody's business. I thought he was gonna have a heart attack.
I've seen like one or two of them today. I laughed.
Then he put that watermark right down the center of his face. So I typed in his channel. I said, nobody's going to watch it like that. So he took it down. Yeah, Big D, that was a great marathon, wasn't it? I haven't seen a lot of my own videos, in so long. It's like it brought back some memories.
I love the one you did on Slash. I see those.
I looked it up and I have like 518 videos. I'm like, boy, I did that many videos? Jesus.
Dang.
I know.
Jimmy Woods, hello and hugs. Ay.
But it was fun. The little guy had a good time. He thought he was getting me and stuff, and I didn't care, It shows that I'm a good sport. He needs to learn to be a good sport. That's all. I'll tell you, his fucking rants are to die for. What's up, Jimmy Woods?
Air Trash. I do not know you. Can you show me your face, please?
Who?
Air Trash. I don't know any Air Trash.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to put out a video tonight or tomorrow and I got you, Gary, you piece of shit. I look forward to it. I really do. You know, it's funny. How's to Tammy Linlin?
All right, I'll give you a chance. No bad stuff, or I'll bring ya. Hello, Air Trash. Welcome.
Hey, can you hear me okay right now?
Yes, I can.
All right. All right, cool. I just wanted to see if it worked. I appreciate it. Thank you.
You're welcome so much.
All right. Thanks again. I'll see you later, okay? Take
All
care.
right. Yep, you too.
Yeah, Big D. It would have been great if he would have done some narration during it. You know, and here's another fucking piece of shit video from Gary Snowflake. Oh, it would have been funny. It would have.
Hey, Furry Man Parts. Hello and hugs. News now, Tammy Linlin. You're watching the stream, huh? Yep, air trash. It worked fine. Usually I get somebody to show their face first, but I gave you a chance.
Well, you don't want to get that Bill guy on here again after that strip tease he did last week.
No, I think Bill's taking a break from me for a little bit because the other night I booted him off because he was cussing his mom out. He was getting real mean. I didn't care for that. So I had to boot him off the panel for a little bit. Big Tim, hello and hugs. Yes, I have. Good job, Big Tim. Very good job.
Yeah, that Bill guy, he's on my list of people to do a video because I have his mother in the background bitching at him and shit. It'll be funny, you know.
How you doing, Bill?
Bill Norwood, I saw what you wrote there.
Yep.
I've known fellas like that.
I stayed wrong long enough to hear that recording, and then I left on Earl's stream.
All right, well, I'm gonna get down. I'll let somebody else up here. You crazy,
All right.
you crazy kids behave. I'm always watching, especially you, Bill Norwood. I'm watching you, Bill.
We're always watching Bill. And Peachy just went right. Tonight's Peachy's birthday, guys. Peachy's birthday. Hey, STM. Hello and hugs. Anybody wants to jump up, they can. Yeah, tonight's her birthday. Give her a break. Her thing just went up saying that she was live streaming. Yep. Yep, she says, happy birthday stream. Everyone is welcome. Oh, bouncer, you're fine. You're fine. You know, we all have fun in my stream. We all have fun because we respect each other. You're welcome, Air Trash. I have no problem. Yeah. Yeah, I got a kitty cat up on here on me. And I would put my camera on, but for some reason, when I put my camera on, it like my glasses are like orange and it looks like you see right through them. So I'm not sure what's going on. So I gotta check out the lens, see if it needs cleaned. Oh my goodness, Sammy. Did you change your setup around, Bill? Did you move your stuff over in the other room? Ed, hello and hugs. All right, no problem, Big D. Go for it. Not yet. Well, what are you waiting for, bro? Let's have it if you get that changed around. Where's the wait about? TXGT. I'm gonna throw Eric's pull up again. Let's see. Copy. Paste. I don't have Otis pull. Or I'd be throwing his up too, but I have to go on somebody's later and grab it. Hey, Nabin Johnson, hello and hugs. How you doing? You're in the hospital, Ray? Damn, I didn't know that. Sorry to hear that, bro. Hope all's okay. Hope nothing serious. Damn. Damn, Ray. Yeah, we're getting people up there slowly. We're getting them up to 1,000. I keep saying everybody's up to everybody. And get everybody up there. All right, Tammy. Yeah, the Monopoly Corporation, they want money. Yeah, you get 1,000 subs and you're 4,000, you still have to freaking monetize. And I'm sorry, I refuse to monetize. Spirit in the Sky, hello and hugs. Welcome back. The cat is driving me nuts right now. Peachy must be having problems staying online. If anybody wants to jump up on panel, they're more than welcome to. Ooh, noodles. You're welcome, Spirit in the Sky. Oh, I loved it today. I loved both sides of the videos. Gary didn't, I saw some of them. A little bit here and a little bit over there. It's like I said, it was all in fun. It's like I still got to catch up on a lot of videos from the other day. Oh, you got the hot noodles? Yeah, it fits. Gary Snowflake, it fits. That's what I'm saying. Is their code that's in Monopoly? Yep. Oh no, they have it set up so different for the computer now. I can't even, if I wanted to do a live off of YouTube, I can't. Because I don't understand that they encoded it. So, I'll stick with StreamYards and the mobilization. Oh, yeah, the hospital food. The hospital food sucks. My ear's ringing. Who's talking about me? Yes, Phil. Yes, I am. $25 a month. I had somebody help me out with this month. And I thank them very, very much. They didn't have to do that. Yeah, the free 20 hours does go quick. Like when you're having fun, time flies. Especially the way we're on. I'm on for sometimes what, 8 hours sometimes, maybe 6 to 8 hours, and you're on practically, a couple majority of the almost like 8 or 10. Can hop on, Bill. Anybody's allowed up. No, behave. Yep, definitely is, TX. Yeah, but you should be able to jump on mine. You should be able to jump on just on my StreamYards. You might not be able to do it on your channel, but you should be able to jump on mine. I bet, Bouncer. Way over Jan's head. Ah, you're watching both? Alright. Texas GT. Love and hugs. You have a good night. Ed's had a wrench for a while. He had to help me out the one day. He knows what I look for. Awesome. Oh, see, Texas was someone earlier for a little bit. Gary Snowflake was up. And then we had someone named Air Trash came up to test his mic. So everybody knows they're allowed to come up. All right, Bouncer. Yeah, Salty's been putting out videos too.
need you to know that I had nothing to do with Captain Strand coming to your house last night.
Captain Strand.
You like that?
I'm fine.
You might try this arnica. It'll help with the bruising and the swelling.
I don't know where he's from, Salty.
Joe, I'm not interested in having any more legal dealings with you, or any dealings with you, for that matter. I knew my team.
Welcome back, Amo.
And I felt that way before Iris went missing.
So why are you here?
You want to talk about Iris? Fine. I just don't know if you're ready to hear what I have to say. You think your sister was so perfect?
Yep,
She wasn't.
I never said that.
You and your mom.
it was a good day today.
And the further away she gets from you, the more tainted she becomes. And the fact is, you didn't know her. And I didn't either. Not yet.
Hey, Salty.
Hey, how's it going?
Yeah, it's going.
So anyway, I wanted to let you and the viewers know that picture I did where I had my shirt off and I was squeezing my titties together and I had the lazy tongue, I was doing that in jest to my wife when she snapped the picture. Little did I know it was going to gain so much popularity on YouTube and Discord alone. That's when I was a member of Discord and things were good. And I was having a hard time breathing, and people, including a friend of mine who's now passed, he went by the screen name Leonard Shelby, had decided to tell me, hey, fuck you, go to the doctor. You know, we know you vape, and that's not good for you. So I was really having a hard time breathing, and, you know, I was coughing a lot. So I went to the doctor to get my lungs checked, and they put the little things all over me. And, you know, I didn't have an infection in my lungs. I didn't have pneumonia, but I had a cold. It was everything to do with the outside of my lungs, not the inside of my lungs.
Well, that's
And I was in the exam room waiting for the doctor. So I thought, you know what, fuck it. I'll do a goofy picture and just, you know, give it to everybody in Discord and see what happens. Well, people got mad at me, and there's several people that are very mad at me now, you know, because I speak the truth on my experiences with certain people. I want to preface this and say that not everyone in Discord is bad. There's still a lot of good people, but the bad outshadows the good, and the reason being is people are afraid to step up and do the right thing because of the mob mentality of most of the people in Discord, especially if you're not a popular person or a popular kid, if you will. And what I mean by that is there's actually a server called the Popular Kids. And basically, you know, if you're different in Discord and someone can exploit it, somebody like GD or one of the various other trolls that, you know, like to run around in that area, you know, of Discord, if you're a square peg trying to fit into a round hole or vice versa, they're going to make fun of you. They're just going to do it. And they're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. Guys like Redneck One, that guy out of Texas, he's the conspiracy theorist about JFK, all things JFK. He was a prime example of getting harassed. Well, he thinks these people are his friend, and he can go and do no wrong now that he's good friends with GD and Rising Sun Media, who goes by Constantine, who I call Constantine for various reasons. But my point being is, you know, when I talk about these people, they get mad that I talk about them because, you know, basically it's like Vegas, ladies and gentlemen. What happens in Discord should stay in Discord, but it doesn't. It spills out into YouTube. I don't think there's a single person or very many people in Discord that would support a guy like Eric Brandt. And you know, I was one of them for a long time. I thought, oh, this guy's a whack job. Oh, he's got to fuck the police flag. Oh, this guy's talking about killing cops and judges. Granted, I may not understand all the things that Eric Brandt does, but I know he's probably the only one in the whole First Amendment community that I could tell you, or that other people could tell you right now, that is actually affecting change, affecting laws and legislation and all that. Not just putting plastic shit houses on the street for homeless people to go and take a shit in. I mean, he's actually doing something. But it took me a long time to go ahead and reverse psychology in my mind in the way that I think. Because once you're in Discord for a long time and you get that mindset, you think all the auditors are frauditors. You could very well easily think something bad of a good auditor because maybe they've done something questionable or they have questionable friends. Does that make sense to you, Jen?
Yep, that makes sense.
So that's why I have the views that I still have, and I'm trying to change them and not buy into the bullshit. But for all intents and purposes, ladies and gentlemen, I was a Kool-Aid drinker. I was a Discord Kool-Aid drinker, and I engaged in a lot of the same activity that people are engaging with me currently. But I'm not afraid to stand up and say, okay, enough is enough. I was wrong, or hey, I fucked up, or hey, you know, this isn't right. I need to correct this.
Bill, they're afraid of Eric.
A lot of people are afraid of Eric, apparently, including the police and the judges in and around the city of Denver. I think, though, that, like, you know, I've never seen an outpouring of any community to try to get one person out of jail more than the First Amendment community. And, you know, let's face it, I used to be an auditor way back when I was blind justice, when I was auditing. And, you know, I met a bunch of people. I went to Morro Bay. I did other things. But, you know, it's not the same as what it was back then. Like, back then it seemed all about auditing. Now, and I'm not saying this about Eric or anyone specifically in particular, but now it seems all about e-begging or getting yourself lined up for a juicy lawsuit, really provoking the cops, or going after security guards that are unknowing and dumb, so they'll put their hands on you or shoot you, or, you know, it's a complete different animal today, you know, for the last maybe year or so than it was almost 2 years ago when I was auditing.
Yeah.
You know, and look, the best part about YouTube right now is we have live panels like what we're doing. This is better than Hangouts. I think it's way better than Skype, even though Skype is more private. The only thing that this really compares to is that feature where it's called Zoom. Like, you know, you can make a Zoom account and have a Zoom room, and you could have up to 33 people at once in your server, you know, all talking, but it's really crazy. 6 people is too hard to manage, but instead of going live on YouTube, you can actually do it privately off YouTube, and you'd have a password, and people would have to type in a password to get in your room. And it's cool because it's like a place where people can go and hang out. But that's not free. I think it's like $15 a month. But if you guys, you know, want privacy and you want prying eyes to go away, then, you know, that's probably the place for most people.
Oh, man, bouncers. You don't have another pack? You try and have the water in it now? Hey, nice guy, Hugs.
So, yeah, you know, it's one of them things.
Yeah, it's like I said, I'd roll it off all the negativity and drama. We don't, I don't pay attention to it.
Yeah. But when I tell the truth about certain things, wow, people get upset.
Gary.
Is that Gary Snowflake?
Yes, that is Gary Snowflake.
And what
He
is he thinking?
I'm not going in your room, Salty. I don't trust frogs that smoke. Laughing my ass off.
You know what? Don't come into my room, motherfucker. But if he did, he would have so much comedy with which to draw from. Wow. Because like Gary, I believe in ridiculing those that I can ridicule. But unlike Gary, I don't do it in a nice way. I'm nasty about it.
I have no problem with anybody coming in my room, Bouncer. I have no problem at all. As long as you common sense and respect, there's no problem at all. There you are, Bill. Hey, you made it.
Hey, Billy. Buffalo Bill, Norwood.
Hello, what's going on, mates?
Nothing much.
It puts the lotion on the skin, Buffalo Bill. That was a hell of a live stream, man.
Which one?
The one where you had your hand in your pants and you were taking off your pants and you were dancing peachy and
You got
professing
in
your
trouble in that for that one.
No, I didn't get the community strike for that. No, that's not why I got a community strike. I got a community strike because I was live streaming the Grammy Awards when Aerosmith was playing.
Oh.
Yeah, when Aerosmith was playing, I turned on the StreamYard and started live streaming it to YouTube, and they didn't like that too much. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I had,
Now, if you would have played the accident with Kobe Bryant flying his helicopter into a mountain, they'd have been like, he's cool. Don't worry about him.
Exactly.
Yeah, and then when you pay the $25 a month, it's supposed to allow you to have 9 people on. Guess what? It don't.
Yeah, it's only 6, yeah?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was supposed to be 9. Wow.
Yeah, they're supposed to allow you to have 9.
Well, anyway,
Hey,
I'm
Marty,
going to hook you guys up. I think you'd be a power couple on YouTube. Billy and Peachy.
Yeah. Spark hugs. Hey, it's Peachy's birthday tonight, Salty.
Really? How old?
I have
She's
no
turning
idea.
98. 98, she said.
98? I thought she was 69. Or maybe
I think
she
she's
liked
58. I think she's turning 58. She said she was 57 the other day.
Yeah, right. Not that fucking old.
That was my ex is gonna turn 58 this April. My former girlfriend, and she was almost 9 years. She's 9 years older than me almost.
I had a woman older than me,
and
I'd make sure I was like in my 60s so I could cash your Social Security check.
That's funny. I like that. It's hilarious.
I mean, look, I'm an aficionado of older women, man. 18 or 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. Fuck, if they can't walk, I'll put them in a wheelchair and wheel them to my car or wheel them to my bed. I do the fire normally, but I got a bad back.
Hey, Spark.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm doing.
Hello, Spartacus.
Thank you, Bouncer.
So
Cool.
if I seen Bill Norwood earlier in a chat, Jess maybe.
Yeah, I've been hanging around. I can't do any live streams. Can't do any parties at Norwood's right now. I got to learn my lesson. Since I learned how to share a screen on StreamYard, I've been trying to, share all these film clips and live Grammys and just all kinds of crazy stuff. And they don't want me doing that, they don't like that.
All right,
so.
I got to ask a question, and it's not an insulting question. And Salty, all I saw was the frog, and I thought you were the frog, but you're not the frog. You're second. You're not.
No.
Same.
No. The frog has the cartoon frog, and I thought, wow, that's a fucking good icon. I said, I think I'm gonna get Kermit the Frog because I was debating whether or not I was going to use the Kermit the Frog icon. And so I started using it, and once I started using it, nobody in Discord got us confused. They knew who the frog was.
Well, there's a rumor going around that you're one and the same.
No, not even close.
All right.
The frog is more man than I ever hoped to be in my lifetime. If that, and he has an English accent, by the way.
Oh, he does? Okay.
Yep, there's your ring, Bill.
I'm trying to get it to focus.
See, I'm on the fence about the frog because he seems to be on like the logical side at some points, but then he seems to be a Discord disruptor at the same time on some cases.
So
I don't. You know what I mean?
I know the frog. I know
anybody.
I know the frog personally. He was my friend before he ever became the frog, and I know him from the First Amendment community. And I got to tell you, he's probably one of the best people you could know on Discord and YouTube, or develop a friendship with. Like, he's never mistreated me. He's never jumped in on that whole bandwagon of bullying or acting like an asshole or, that whole mob mentality. But when it comes to exposing frauditors, corruption, stolen valor, and all that shit, look out, because he's out there doing it. If you got something to hide and you're an asshole about it, or you're ripping people off, if he finds out about it, you're fucking done. You're sunk. That's all I can say about that.
All right, but I take shit from a lot of them guys, and I'm not trying to scam anybody out of any money. They're just saying I'm not even a real Marine for no fucking reason. Well, not there, but certain fake people with 2 subscribers and no real name and no real picture.
Right, but here's the thing, Spartacus. If you tell me you're a Marine, I'm not going to tell you, hey, fuck you, prove it. I take you at your word like I take most people. Why? Well, I'll tell you why. What happened to the days where you would meet someone and you'd tell them, hey, my name's so-and-so, da-da-da, this is what I've done in my past, so on and so forth. These fucking people, not all of them, but a good majority of them on Discord, are so fucking paranoid that they will not take anything anyone says without asking.
Face value, right? So do you think that's really paranoia, or they? And I'm not saying all of them, and I don't mean to disrespect the frog if he's on here somewhere lurking, because I don't know the guy. That's why I'm asking questions. I'm not accusing. I'm asking questions. But do you think it's that they're that, or they just like to fuck with people? Some of them, not all of them.
I think it's the combination of both, but like I said, not everyone on Discord is that way.
No, and I get Discord's not a YouTube channel. There's different aspects of Discord. There's different what categories? Would that be a good word?
There's different rooms in Discord, like different hangout spots, basically. Like, basically, you might have Odin's First Amendment militia, and then you might have the Popular Kids server. And then you might have CRUD, Civil Rights United, which is owned and operated by Colorado Donkey Crotch and Constipational King. That's what I call them, but whatever.
And I don't know those people, so I can't agree with you, or disagree with you, because I don't know any of those people.
It was easier when I was a Merbite. Let me put it to you like that.
I don't even know what that means. What does that mean?
I used to be part of Merb's server originally, where I met most of these people. Merb is that lawyer out of California, out of San Francisco.
Don't know anything about him.
Well, he goes by
your mom,
He goes by Merbeast 34. Okay, and his name is John Ridvelt, and he's a lawyer, and he started his own server, and he was exposing Earl and James Freeman, and of all their inconsistencies.
What about James?
Huh?
What did he expose about James Freeman?
Lies about certain things that he was saying. The way he was talking about the law, his fucking cases, and why he was going to court, and this and that, and everything else. And like, James Freeman wasn't always telling the truth. And toward the end, it seems like when James Freeman moved out of his house, which wasn't his house, and packed the family in the camper, he was going full who's that guy that moved to fucking Mexico? He was a First Amendment activist, but he ran from the cops because he had a warrant. Somebody please in chat. Somebody knows. I can't think of the guy's name now. But anyway, Gavin Syme. He pulled a Gavin.
Yeah, Gavin.
He pulled a Gavin Syme and put his people in the fucking trailer and took off. Well, basically, James Freeman. I met James Freeman when I went to Morro Bay. I met Johnny 5-0, hung out with him. Met Mr. 5-0, hung out with them. Met Nasty Nathaniel. I met Monkey 83. I met Blue Ghost Media, his buddy. Oh God.
Gavin Syme is what you're talking about.
Yeah, Gavin Syme. I can't think of his Blue Ghost Media's buddy's name, but anyway, we all went to Morro Bay and supported Nasty Nathaniel and shit. But
okay, but can I say this?
Yeah.
YouTube is not like somewhere people go for truth. They go there for videos. So anybody can be anything they want to be on YouTube, and it's not like the average citizen doesn't go to YouTube to find facts. Just like whenever Wikipedia shows up, the average person looks for the second information aspect because it's Wikipedia. So I mean, why is it such a big deal to out people who are lying on YouTube when you can do that? It's not like anybody's claiming that YouTube is where you go to get the facts.
I'm not really sure why the people in Discord do the things that they do. They have whole communities in Discord that put up the auditor's court information. There's a lady named Alex09, and she's in the Popular Kids server. And she worked very diligently with Desert Sentinel to put up all the information about the auditors, the court cases, court dates, dispositions, and everything else. But she didn't want it outed in Discord, and a guy named GD, a troll, was feeding me information like Mr. Joe was, and I spoke about it. I made videos about it, and then all they do is try to ridicule me for speaking out about it.
Well, my point is the whole social aspect is.
So you're show and telling tonight.
His opinion is my cat, is somebody's whatever. It's not a factual based, website. So I mean, I don't get the full frontal attack aspect because, like I said, anybody can do anything they want to do on YouTube. It's not.
Have you seen any videos by Teresa R about Earl David Gordon?
No, I don't even know who that is.
Well, she's one of the catalyst people that is always after facts. And I'm not speaking badly about her. I mean, I could, but there's no reason to. Here's my point. The people in Discord think that everyone on YouTube is dumb, and usually everyone in the First Amendment community is gullible and dumb. They say they're all about free speech. Now, I can't classify everyone in Discord, but a good majority of them, I think they're anti-First Amendment free speech. They care about free speech, but they only care about their own free speech.
If you agree with them, right?
If you agree with them. And if you don't, God help you.
Well, that's the other thing. YouTube is not a public aspect. It's a private sector website with their own rules and regulations. And my channel is my private channel. So they'll say, well, what about my free speech in your channel? No. We're not talking about...
No, it doesn't work like that. See, I get that shit all the time when I block these people because they'll come in and they'll leave nasty comments, right? And they expect me to leave the comments. Well, if I delete someone, their comments disappear. I don't want that in my channel. I don't want YouTube shutting me down because somebody's talking shit or saying something uncouth.
I had to shut all my comments off because I had two guys putting 30 to 40 comments a day talking shit. And I'd have to go in there and delete them. And finally, I just said, you know what? I don't care that much about the comments, because of, disruptors like that for no reason other than to fuck with me.
Yeah, exactly. And see, that's the problem. If you don't agree with the people in Discord and you're not drinking the Kool-Aid, you're not of the hive mindset, you must be public enemy number one.
Okay, so here's my question: is there an aspect to leave a comment in Discord, or is that why they're over here in YouTube because they can leave comments? Because if they have a problem with people and they're in Discord, why would they not have those arguments in Discord? Why would they carry it over to YouTube?
They have the same arguments in Discord, but here's the thing. I quit 12 different times in Discord, right? And they're like, oh, he rage quit. I'm like, whatever. And then I got kicked from 3 servers. I got booted from 3 servers because people didn't like my right to free speech or what I was saying. I'm very proud of getting booted from a server without being able to do anything about it, because that shows me that there's a lot of hypocrites, and they're not about the First Amendment movement. A lot of these people that are in Discord are not about the First Amendment movement. They don't give a shit about Eric Brandt or people that are actually going out there and trying to make a change. They make videos, meme videos, where Eric Brandt, comes out of jail and he's hugging Liberty Freak or Otto or somebody with the thing like, I can't believe these fucking suckers or these fuckers donated 10K or whatever. I see it all.
There's another 10 or 11K sitting in that fund right now.
Exactly, and see, they don't like the fact that you guys in the First Amendment movement, which, I said, I'm not really a part of the First Amendment movement. I'm not a First Amendment auditor, but I'm starting to see why people support Eric Brandt. And before, when I had the mindset not to support Eric Brandt, I'm now coming around and saying, hey, you know what? My perception, everything I've been fed, is wrong. And so I got to change. I got to remap my brain and how I think.
Well,
there's a lot of disruption.
Summary of me is, in 2002, I started what would probably be called a 16th Amendment movement and a 5th Amendment movement. And most people think, what? Your right to remain silent? Well, there's 5 different rights in the 5th Amendment the average person doesn't know. Like double jeopardy. You can't be charged with a capital offense without indictment. But I'm paraphrasing, of course. Public domain and your right to anyway, so I started the 5th and the 16th, and then I fell upon these people. I dropped out of that because people only get involved long enough, like, oh yeah, and then they're gone.
Right.
So I'd all but given up, and I started doing guitar videos and me working on my truck videos, and I ran across these quote unquote first. I don't even like calling them amendments because they're not amendments. It's a Bill of Rights. They didn't amend anything. You know what I mean?
Right, but here's the thing: if you have a differing opinion of those in Discord, it's automatically like you're an enemy of the state. It seems like, and I'm like,
it's their state.
Of their state, yes.
Right.
And so I about them, and I make videos about them, and I bring forth the information that I have, because look, all of our own channels are our own perspectives and what we've seen and dealt with in our own lives.
Right. If you don't like it, just go somewhere else. Why you got to fuck with me?
Exactly. That's exactly right. And if YouTube had a limit on me blocking people, I'd be in serious jeopardy right now. I have got so many people from Discord. When I go to do a live stream, they try to come in and they try to provoke that reaction from me, because that's what they do. They troll.
Right. And ironically, when they go to the First Amendment auditors comment section, they say, "Oh, you're just trying to provoke a reaction." Oh, but wait, they're doing the same thing. See, the hypocrisy is lost.
Right. Like Furry Potato wasn't always out there doing mosques and holy worship places like that. And then now all of a sudden she is. Well, obviously Furry's changed up her tactics. I don't agree with everything Furry does, and I won't support everything Furry does, but the disruptors in Discord do the same damn thing, so how is it any different?
Right.
Or they'll make fake accounts. Like, I know there's a bunch of Salty Rant accounts running around right now. And if they could get on a live panel and talk shit and try to blame me or make it look like I'm the Salty Rant running around doing shit, they would do it. But a lot of them are no name, no subscriber people trying to come in and cause problems. Jen is the only channel I know of where she allows anybody on her panel, and she doesn't give a shit about the politics,
really,
or past crimes or anything like that. And then, of course, the whole guilt by association thing. Look, I know you know who Odin is, right? Nord Odin.
Bouncer. Yeah.
And basically, he says he's about free speech. Well, he kicked me from his server because he was trolling me.
All right.
Then I'm just saying. Then the actual reason for kicking me keeps changing and changing and changing and evolving. But basically, when you get people like that say they're about free speech, and then you show them to be hypocritical of free speech, they don't like it.
Is that the real Justin Emo Howling the Wolf in the chat?
Yes.
Yeah, he should have 811 subscribers.
Cool. And Bill Norwood saw you a minute ago.
Yep.
So you got to be careful. You're like, if you're gonna do a live stream and you're on a live panel, make sure when someone comes into your live panel in the back,
They show your face.
Because
Yeah.
if you don't, there's people out there that will try to shut your stream down by showing genitalia and some other stuff.
What I was going to say a few minutes ago, I'm a veteran. And yes, it pisses me off if somebody pretends to be a veteran or claims they're something they're not. Now, to my knowledge, we all know the colonel lied about the handicap. And, you know, the quote-unquote Discord people said, well, we told you. But they didn't actually send somebody to Missouri, where I'm at right now, and follow her around with a camera and out them. She outed her himself. You know what I mean? But then they're like, oh, yeah, we told you. You know, but then they're always fucking with me. I'm the veteran, and a lot of those people aren't, but they want to out fake veterans. And yes, it pisses me off that somebody would impersonate a veteran. But then at the same time, there's people in that same group who claim to be veterans, and how are they validated? You know what I'm saying? They're not. They're part of their assault team, so they don't even get questioned. But I do.
I mean, no, you're absolutely 100% correct. And, you know, I come from a long history of veterans in my family, okay? And so it pisses me off when I hear about stolen valor and shit like that as well. But unfortunately, I'm not a veteran. I was in the Navy for 2 months, and I got out on a medical discharge, but I don't have my DD-214, so I can't prove it.
Well, and
if I got my DD-214 and I posted it, but if I got my DD-214, like if I sent for it and I got it and I posted it, the only thing that would be redacted on my DD-214, or I'd make a copy of it, would be my social security number. That's it.
Right.
You know, and people want to tell me, oh, well, you failed, blah, 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 and they want to troll. But you know what? I was out of high school. I had a previous back injury from a car accident in 85. I graduated in 86. I went to Great Lakes. I left from the MEP Center in Chicago.
I was in Great Lakes.
Well, you know the Colonel's coming in underneath the new name now, right?
Who is?
I don't know, but I went from the MEP Center in Chicago,
right,
on screen to Great Lakes, and the first night there, I wanted to fucking scale the wall and escape, but I didn't. I went through 1 month in basic training. I picked up my 90-pound rucksack. I tripped backwards and strained my back, and for the next month or so, 5 weeks, I was in the medical, waiting to get my discharge papers. And when I got out of the Navy, I was real thin. I had my whites on, and I had walking pneumonia. And I never went back in the service. I was never able to go back in the service because of that injury.
Yeah,
and,
well,
you know,
dude, like 5 days ago, I took a piece of glass from a picture frame and some fucking electrical tape and scissors, and I took my discharge and I redacted and I did video of it. I did my letter of commendation, my meritorious mass, my letter of promotion to corporal. I did everything I had, even my uniforms, which were in a bag for 20 years, and pulled them out because everybody's saying, well, if the colonel was really a Marine. And you know what? The biggest thing that pissed me off is, well, you can't make colonel in 18 years. Yes, you can. They went to Google. See, I'm trying to figure out where these people get this information. So I went to Google. How long does it take? And it said 21 to 23 years. But you know what else it says for 21 to 23 years? To make general. So see, Google's not even right. I mean, yes, you got to be a hard charger to make colonel in 18 years, but it is absolutely possible. It's not out of the realm of plausibility. But they pull this information up off of Google, I assume. But my point was, I made this video where, just like I did the video I have on my channel, you probably haven't seen, but these two other trolls, and I think might be the same people because they use the same wording and they misspelled the same words, telling me, well, you didn't donate to Rockwell, you didn't do this, so I put a video out saying, because I think I can reason with these people, right? This is where I fucked up. You can't reason because as soon as you show them the proof, they're like, well, that ain't the real proof. So, I mean, how do you show the proof? You can't. So I did a video of all my fucking stuff, and I was gonna post it. And I said, you know what? Fuck that. If they want to spend the $50, you know, find out my name, whatever, the $100, just to find out that everything I said is true, let them waste their time. I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
I did
you know,
waste.
and
I
that's-
wasted
that's
an hour of time, but I'm not
And
gonna
that's
put it
exactly my
out there.
point. And I'm not subscribed to you, but now I'm gonna go subscribe to you. I'm gonna watch your videos, and I'll be like, fuck it.
Well, I only have 5 on this channel. My other channel is the one I've had for 8 years, and I took half those videos down. Oh, well, I had 200 of them at one point. I made 100 of them private, 150 of them private. I'm trying to bring them back because see now I have to bring them back and turn off the comments because Thom Pirate and Dave somebody and Randy Johnson and Susan Wilkins or Watkins keep going in there saying, well, you went UA for a week, which I publicly admitted it's not information they found out. I told the story of it. They asked me to do something they didn't ask anybody else to do, and I said that's wrong, and they laughed at me. So when it came time for that to happen, I went home for that week, and I came back at the end of the week. I could have went UA for 30 days and gotten the same punishment, but I didn't.
Right.
I was trying to make a point. Like I was a 19, 20-year-old kid thinking I was going to make a point with the government, right? And that's when you
You're
find
right.
out, yeah, you made your point, and now we're going to make ours. You know.
I don't mean
Whoa.
sure, but I got to get ready to go to work. But you know, I'm gonna look you up on YouTube and probably.
All right, well, write it down. My other channel, if she doesn't mind me giving it out,
That's fine. Go ahead.
is Leech LEECH 598.
All right, cool. I
All right,
appreciate it.
Cool
Thank
talk
you.
with you, buddy.
All right, Lou.
Sorry, Bill. Didn't mean to ignore you over there. You're the only one showing your face.
Well, it's all
Well, I
good.
would show my face, but something's up with my camera.
And to be honest, Bill, I thought you were trolling in there. I didn't know, but now that you're showing
Oh,
your face,
Bill
I
is
guess you're
doing
not.
so well.
Yeah, I don't.
Well,
I
there
don't
was a whole
troll
bunch
too
of shit.
much.
There was a whole bunch of shit going on with WTT's a troll, WTT's not a troll, WTT's a troll,
WTT's a troll. As far as I'm concerned.
Well, I go back and forth. Sometimes, look, just like I said with I can't remember who I said earlier, but well, that was a personal conversation. So I'm not going to tell that person's name, but sometimes
All right,
it
Man in
seems like
Black,
they're on
Love
your,
and
on
Hugs.
your
Thank you for
side, and then
stopping in, bud.
sometimes it seems like they're not on your side. So, you know what I mean? You don't know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
anyway,
some
where's
people are
Tammy?
like that in emo.
What's Tammy doing? Sleeping? Working?
Yes, he's sleeping.
Is there a story behind why he never wears a shirt?
He just sits. Just a guest room. It gets real warm in there. It's about the warmest room in the whole house. Always has been.
He takes a lot of shit too.
Yeah, but he's starting. He's letting it roll off.
Yeah,
He's
you
doing
know
all
what? And
right.
it doesn't. I've had the other channel I've had for 8 years, and I dealt with trolls. But as soon as I came back with, you know, a response that had logic and reason and facts in it, they disappeared. This whole quote unquote 1A community, these trolls are vicious. That we're gonna dox you. We're gonna put your name out. We're gonna give your. They're gonna find your address, your name, this, that, and that. You know what? And what is the point in that?
They're going to find out when somebody gets seriously hurt, and then they're going to sit there and go, you know, and they're going to feel
Well, I can
bad. But
promise
it's like I
that'll
said,
happen if they show up
it's
at
like
my
I
house.
said, I just let anybody come in, as long as they behave, and with common sense and respect. I don't have a problem with anybody being here.
Right. Well, my outlook's this. Somebody comes into me and I'm live and they're saying so-and-so's a fake, so-and-so's a fraud. They get one more sentence to tell me where that factual evidence is. If that's not their next sentence, they're not timed out. They're just gone because I don't have the patience for that crap. I just don't. Like, you know what? If you're gonna say we have evidence, then show your evidence. If you're not, get the hell out of here. I don't have time for it. Well, it's not time. I have time for it, obviously, or I wouldn't be
Now I'll
there. I
bounce
don't have
out the
patience for it.
fake accounts. Now I'll bounce out the fake accounts. I don't put up with that. I don't put up with fake accounts. You have a real account, come in underneath your real account. Or if you have to have your backup account, then you come in on that. But if you're going to make a fake account of somebody else or me or, then you don't need to be in my room. I don't put up
All
with
right.
it.
Did you know Metalhead's gone, right?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
What happened to Metalhead?
He doesn't need the shit. He's got stuff going on. He doesn't want to deal with all the nonsense, and I don't blame him.
He's got stuff going on.
I don't either.
So
but,
he taking a break. He just kind of backed out of the scene.
Well,
They know that.
yeah. Well, we'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
Me, I like to be engaged in stuff, but it comes with a price.
Yeah, but I agree with you there, Bouncer. But it's like I said. I mean,
What Bouncer said? Hang on, let me.
Bouncer said I generally just go along with whatever the trolls say. It generally shuts them down quickly.
I'll define a troll for you, Bouncer. There's somebody that has nothing better to do than F with people. That's what a troll is, because I don't have a problem with somebody disagreeing with me. I don't. Okay, let's have a discussion. Don't say derogatory things about me, my family, my kids, whatever. You know what? That's just nonsense. You have a legitimate argument. Let's discuss it. But trolls are people. They don't care if you have proof. Like even when I did that video, Bouncer, on my channel, even when I came out with the proof, thinking I would shut them up, it didn't. They said, "Oh, well, that didn't prove anything." I'm like, I did video of receipts, for crying out loud, and that didn't. So I'm not showing anybody anything anymore, because you can show them whatever you want to show them, and they're still gonna say it's fake. So why bother? Those are trolls. Those are the people that, like, even when I first did that video that night, I did a live stream, and the one guy was in there. I said, "Look, I thought you'd show up and be a man and say, hey, okay, sorry, I misjudged you, or I thought you were just talking crap." No, that's not what happened. Well, I got an email from Otto, which he didn't have, because I had the email from Otto saying, "I don't know what you're talking about." So, it doesn't matter. Anybody's listening and people call you out, don't show your cards, because it doesn't matter if you show your cards, because they'll just say it's fake anyway. So why waste your time?
Yep.
It's
Exactly.
Cybertron. It's mostly anything. We're, how it goes. And Cybertron says, trolls are the type of people that probably have the most stuff hiding in their closet.
Of course they do. That's
Yep,
why they have
skeletons
multiple
in the
accounts,
closet, yep.
fake names.
Yeah, trolls are the ones that they don't want to make any content. They don't want to share with the community. They're just worthless pieces of shit, really.
They're not contributing and they're not supporting. They're just trying to create chaos.
Discord, and they're trying to disrupt, and they're,
See, and I get that if we're talking about something off the wall, and I don't consider myself a quote unquote First Amendment auditor. And here's the thing I argue with people. Even on Justin Pulliam, he said that the First Amendment auditors are activists. And I left a comment on that video. I said, any citizen who exercises a right is not an activist. They're a patriot. Save the whales. Those are activists, because they're trying to promote some kind of change, right? We're not asking for change. We want our rights honored. That's not change. That's what we're supposed to have, is our rights honored. So we're not looking for change. I say we. It's not looking for change. You're looking for your rights to be respected. That's it. That's not an activist. That's not an activist.
Hey, Cybertron. How you doing, bro?
Pretty good. Yeah, speaking of trolls, can you guys hear me all right?
Yes.
Yep.
I've got this one. Actually, there's two of them that bitch about me donating $1 here and there. When I visit 30 or 40 chat rooms in a day and I donate $1 each, they're like, "Oh, give another $1. Give another measly $1, Cybertron." It's like, Well, what are you donating? I donated like 30 or 40 bucks a day when I had a job, you know, and you're
Yep.
giving me shit over that.
And who is this?
Just the two trolls.
I think one of them's the frog.
Oh,
One of them's the
Cybertron. I
frog.
don't know Cybertron.
Sorry
Nice to
about
meet
that.
you,
That's my
Cybertron.
damn email. You too. Yeah, there's a couple people out there that just Cybertron's going to donate another $1. Ooh, and I'm like, yeah, probably. You know, maybe.
All right. How much did you donate? Right. Hey, what's up, Texas?
Well, back when I had a job, my semi recently burnt down, so I'm in between work.
Well, that sucks, Cybertron. Didn't know that.
That's when you put a disclaimer in.
Yeah, if you go to my channel, there's a video on it. You can see the aftermath of an electrical fire.
All right, let me say to Justin, Emo. I think I subbed you, buddy. I haven't checked out your videos. I've been watching so many damn videos. I'm trying to get to it.
Spartacus.
Texas says he has information on somebody or something to say about somebody named Greg, but
No, that is
Yes.
Texas. Texas GT is Greg. That's his name.
oh,
Greg.
gotcha. All right, from
Yeah.
Fredericksburg, Texas. Oh, I gotcha.
Mhm.
You see
Spartac-
how you lose things in text?
Well, I've talked to him on the phone before. He's a veteran.
Who's that? Oh, Texas.
Texas,
Yeah,
Texas
Navy,
GT.
right? Navy.
Yeah, I think so. He's a good guy. He's around my
Yeah, no,
age.
He's like one of the two wrenches in my whenever I go live and two people show up.
Yeah.
So,
Texas GT. He says he's on his last leg.
Hey, Texas GT.
Yeah.
Let's Cybertron.
I don't understand. What do you mean, Texas GT? What do you mean? You're telling me you're on your last leg with honors with all this? What? I don't know what's going on.
What Texas is pulling right now. Rockwell. Or Rockwall, whatever you want to call it. Chuck
I
Ross.
show my face, but I don't want everybody to. I don't want to give Gary Snowflake my face to make a to make a video of.
Look, I'll do a lazy tongue.
That's right.
You can't do it like So,
I talked to him.
Spartacus, when you
Yeah.
went into basic training, tell me if I'm wrong. The stall doors were non-existent, correct?
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, my first 2 weeks in the Navy, I had to shit, and I couldn't shit because there were no stall doors.
You're right back.
Hell, I don't even remember taking a fucking shower for that first
I couldn't
month.
even piss because there was no stall door.
Exactly. So I got nosebleeds every day, and I was going into medical, and both my nostrils were bleeding, heavy. Like I had heavy flow days, and it was a lot to do with stress.
Yeah.
And when I fucked myself up with my rucksack and twisted my back, I had to fucking tell the truth. And I said, look, I want to be like my dad. He had 38 years combined service in the Navy, the Army, and the Army National Guard. My father went through World War II after the Great Depression because he grew up in San Francisco. At 17, he lied so he could go to
A
Pearl
lot of
Harbor.
them guys did back then, yeah.
And he went to Pearl Harbor a month after everything had been bombed. The Arizona was still sinking, leaving the oil slick in the water. So for the whole Pacific Theater, my father was on a special kind of a boat called a four-stack APD. And he was in the South Pacific
So
Ocean
that
with
would be a
the
personnel
Americans.
dispersing. Yeah.
So anyway, he did that, and then when that war ended, he basically re-upped for the Army, and he was a first lieutenant in the 155 Howitzer Battalion,
That's
in the 155 guns, and eventually he worked his way up to captain. I don't know how many years he was in the Army, and then right around
what year was that? Because the 155 replaced the what I called the snub nose 38. What the hell was that? The 105. The 155 replaced the 105.
Well, I know that when my dad was in Korea during peacetime is when he met my mom, and they got married in like 1952. Of course, they're both long dead. My mom's been gone for 20 years this year. My dad will be gone 19 years this year.
Mine 10 years this year.
But anyway,
So, you know, he met my mom and they started courting and shit, and he was writing her love letters from Korea. And then he got married in his Army uniform, and she had a white flowing dress with a huge train behind it. And then when Korea ended, my father still felt compelled to serve his country, and he was going to sign up for Vietnam. And my mom's like, whoa, hold up there, buddy. You got a son. It took my mom 16 years and 7 miscarriages to have me. And I was born a month premature. The reason I know this is because they beat it into my head my whole life. I was a miracle baby. I'm like, whatever. They can see me now. If my mom could see me now, she's probably rolling around in her urn wishing she'd swallowed. But, you know, whatever. Anyway, a little humor.
Oh, stop that, Salty. You still are a miracle.
Whatever. Anyway, the bottom line behind it is, you know, my dad still felt obligated to serve the greatest country in the world, the United States of America. But what did he do? He signed up for the Army National Guard. So I wanted to follow in his footsteps out of high school. I didn't really have any fucking skills. I was a fuck up for 4 years in high school. So he convinced me to join the Army National Guard. So in my junior year of high school, once a month, I would attend the, you know, the weekend sessions with the Army National Guard. And like, I would see these guys. I'm like, fucking guys would be out of uniform. They'd be disheveled. Half the time, they never fucking showed up. I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, so what do you think? I said, these guys are fucked up. I said, there's no, you know, they're not professional looking. And he goes, all right. He goes, look, he goes, you ain't going in the Marines, fucker. They'll kill your ass. You got a smart ass mouth. So I had to go back to the MEP Center in Chicago, and I had to retest on the ASVAB and all that. And I did that, went through all the physicals and shit, and I joined the Navy. So I went to Great Lakes in '86, right after I got out of high school. Like I said, you know, you go to the MEP Center, they keep you up all fucking day. Then you go, you get on the train, and you think it's going to be a great adventure, and then it looks like you're rolling into a concentration camp.
Yep.
Like, holy fuck, what did I get myself into? So when I got there, the first night, I wanted to climb the fucking wall and escape. I'm like, this is fucked. And, you know, they kept us up most of the day, and we only got like an hour's sleep. And it was traumatizing to me. You know, I know that that's why they do it, but, you know, at the time, I was a young 18-year-old kid, didn't know any better, thought I was going to fucking save the world, and then I found out real quick, it doesn't matter what I do.
Yep.
People are going to be what they're going to be.
I gotta correct Texas. He called it a door. Isn't it called a manhole? Or whatever the Navy calls it, a porthole?
It's a porthole. I think it's a porthole. I wasn't in the Navy long enough for it to count as veteran status. So when I would go to work for Riverside National Cemetery as a security officer, my 2 months get them out to shit.
That's the sad part. If you go in and something happens and you're out, you should at least get an honorary discharge. Not like it never happened. You know what I mean? Oh, you did?
Well, no, I got an honorable discharge under medical conditions.
Honorable under medical. So it's not actually an honorable. It's a general, basically, right? General under honorable conditions.
Well, they said medical, so I don't know. I don't have
know if that falls under.
I don't have it.
Falls under a general.
It maybe it falls under a general. Anyway, it wasn't a disgraceful and it wasn't a dishonorable.
Right. Yes.
You know, and I don't put it on job applications and shit because why? It doesn't count. You know, it's been so many years. I'm 52 now, so I mean, come on, you know.
Well,
30+ years ago.
I think, in my opinion, I think it does count because I think it's your intent to serve your country. I think God bless you for even putting in a little time.
I wanted to.
I'd like to clear the record.
I'd like to clear the record.
This is the unit. Right? This is the unit I was in. I was in the
Army,
Texas Army National Guard, 49th Armored Division, Lone Star. I got a lot of critics that say I was never in, didn't serve. Here's some proof right here, guys. Here's my picture from.
Like I said earlier, you know.
Here's my basic training picture.
But again, if you listen to the critics, ladies and gentlemen,
that's a fake photo.
Look, check this out, guys. If you can, I'm gonna try to get it to the camera.
Yep.
19 win? Hang on,
89 looks like.
No, it's 88.
I was close.
June
And I can't see
13th,
anything.
1988. I was at Fort Benning, Georgia, Delta.
Fort
1st
Benning,
to the
Georgia.
50th. That was Army base. I was 17 years old.
Even if you show proof, they'll sit there and say, no, it's not.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, but that's all right.
Here is.
I'm sure me, Salty, and
Here's infantry school. This is infantry school. I'll show you that real quick. Fort Benning, Georgia, 3rd of the 32nd Regiment, 22 June 1989. See that?
Who's the guy in the corner? Sorry, I forgot.
We got Cybertron beside you, Spark. Above you is Bill, and Salty's
Yeah,
beside you.
Cybertron. And was
This
he
was
military?
airborne school. Airborne school,
Yeah.
guys.
I see his. That's
Yeah,
his.
that's my Army ID.
Georgia.
Yeah,
Okay,
that's
hang
when you
on.
got out. They give you the pink one. They give you the pink one when you get out.
So I'm sure they're gonna debunk everything we're saying. And
Yeah, don't show
Who
that.
is-
It's got your social on it.
August
Cybertron.
1989. Fort
I
Benning,
keep my
Georgia.
8214 in
Airborne
my
School.
wallet.
See all those people there?
Yeah, but that's got your social security number on it.
That's how many people were in my company. Okay?
You
We're
can't do anything with it
talking a
anyway.
lot
It's
of
already
people.
fucked. So
Yeah, I got my yearbook. I got my uniforms. But then the whole shit went down with We the People, right? Oh, we lost somebody. Oh, we lost Cybertron. Oh, anyway, the whole thing went down with We the People, and then everybody went there and goes, well, you can print your own DD-214 up online. And, you know, and I said, yeah, and anybody can buy uniforms at an Army and Navy store. So how do you prove to these people? And that's when I said, you know what, fuck it. Let them waste their time and money to look me up. I don't care. Because anything I'm going to show them, they're not going to say is real anyway. Just like SNS with the funeral coin, just like you with the Army 49th. What is that? It wasn't a badge. It was a medal.
That's a patch. That's a
a
patch
badge?
that goes on a dress.
Yeah,
The dress
it's-
green.
you know
That
what?
goes on the
And-
dress green uniform.
And if the trolls that follow me around were in here, they say, "Well, you can buy that anywhere." See, so there's no way to satisfy their bullshit. So that's why I
got a
didn't post that video.
DD-214 too.
Yeah, well, I did a video with all that shit, and that's why I didn't post it, because they'll still say, "Oh, well, anybody can," you know. So whatever, screw them.
Yeah, all these trolls probably
Well,
ain't
here-
even veterans. They're pieces of shit.
Yeah.
yeah. What? Here's how sad the trolls are. I've been working my credit score back up to a good point, and I'm working with a finance company, and they're waiting
Lexington
for
law
one
firm.
double thing to fall off my credit report so I can use my VA loan to buy a house. I've been
Right.
approved for $250, I think. So they're
Yes,
probably going
sir.
to say that my VA loan is fake once I show the house that I live in, in a few months.
Right, who'd you get the loan through for $250? Who pre-approved you for that?
I'm pre-approved from a finance company here in Colorado, but there's a double thing on my credit report. They wrote a letter to get it taken off.
I thought maybe it was the USAA.
Yeah.
No. It's there's no houses out here for the money that they approved me for. I mean, I don't know how we're gonna do it, but I'm slowly raising my credit score. Maybe they can give me more money. Later.
Right, in Colorado, you can get
I-
a shed for $200,000.
Here's my
know.
patch that was on my. This was on my BDU's battle dress uniform.
I knew what that meant.
Cool.
And then we'd have the airborne patch. The airborne tab would be right over it. Right over
So
that.
Benning was what, 101st?
No,
No,
Benning is
82nd.
82nd is at Bragg.
Bragg, yeah.
Yeah,
but
I was.
all the Army airborne troops are everybody that becomes airborne qualified. It's all done through Fort Benning, Georgia. That's the
Yeah.
only
Yeah,
airborne school in the United States.
I was in the 506 Main Support Battalion at Fort Bragg. I was in the quartermaster detachment. I wasn't airborne. I was called a leg because I wasn't airborne.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah, see,
the
we,
legs.
we went to Fort Bragg, but we were never allowed to go to the actual base. You know, Marines and Army don't get along so well, so we were always out in the field. And then we walked to this one bar. It wasn't even on base. It was like off base a little bit, somewhere between base and the field where the Marines were kept. And I remember walking down there one night. Of course, nobody was there, but
Hey, let's Texas GT talk. He wants to say something.
I do. Hey,
Sorry,
guys,
bud.
man. Hey, listen, man. I'm a veteran from the first Gulf War. I'm Navy, Special Forces, used to board ships, rescue swimmer. And you're right. I'm the first one to show my DD-214. I'm the first one to show my. I'm the first one to show my DD-214 to anybody, and still people, you know, they don't get it. I mean, I'm not bragging. I knew I got a Bronze Star, but I didn't realize I got 2 Bronze Stars. You know, I was 1990 to 92, and it's, excuse my language, ladies, it's fucking crazy because you're 17 years old when you put your right arm up. You know what I'm saying? And wow, it's good to talk to veterans because there's this thing I have, what's called Gulf War syndrome, and have you heard of it or not?
Oh yeah, I just missed the Gulf War when I went in.
Okay, yeah, I have Gulf War syndrome. You know, I was one of the first, and it's crazy. I swear to God, I wish I could work. I swear to God, I wish I could work. But
hey, I don't know if any of you guys ever remember this, but when I was in Bragg from 91 to 95, there was an F-16 that lost its flight controls and smacked into a C-130 with people going to air jump, and that fell on another C-130 with people loading.
Oh wow!
And I had to get in full Mop 4 and pack bodies on ice.
Yeah.
And it was so hot that I decided to take my mask off to get some fresh air, and I will never forget the smell of burning human flesh.
You know what? That's exactly what I'm saying. Being north of Red Sea, we have chips along the ship, and it would dictate if there's chemical warfare. We sat in combat or CIC, which is called Combat Information Center, with gas masks for 8 hours upon, 10 hours put on. You know, it's fucking crazy.
For those of you in chat that are wondering what MOP 4 is, it's military oriented protective posture.
Yeah.
MOP 4 is full gear, charcoal suit, and M18 protective mask.
That's right. We called it NBC in the Marine Corps, nuclear
Yeah.
biological.
Each branch calls it something different.
Yeah. Same thing.
But for those of you who are like,
different in
I thought you were in the Army, how are you picking up bodies from airplanes? If Fort Bragg is so big that there's a full-blown Air Force base called Pope Air Force Base in the middle of Fort Bragg. That's how big Fort Bragg is.
I want you to understand, between the Marine and Army, you know, I was rescue swimmer. The SEAL teams trained me. You know what I'm saying?
Right. So I would call you a search and rescue pussy, and you would laugh at that because you know I'm just giving you shit, right?
Oh yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, believe me, I used to jump in the waters and save people. I mean, and I used to in the Red Sea during the war, crap. You know, I mean, this is how crazy the war has been since '90 and now, where we used to climb up with a 9mm glacking from the Vietnam War and a shotgun and on a Jacob's ladder. Those motherfuckers, if they want to kill us, they could have shot us down. You know what I'm saying?
Well, another thing that might need explained, the Jacob's ladder, you know, we know what it is, but the average listener might not.
Oh yeah, I mean, it was a motor wheel boat going up against a merchant ship and climbing a Jacob's ladder. They threw down for us to board them. How crazy is that shit? You know.
Well, this is the one thing I'm going to say back to the troll aspect. I have never claimed to be a combat veteran. I went into 92. There was no combat in 92. But
oh yeah, there was.
Well, yeah, there was, because I knew a guy. I'm not going to say his name, but he was in 6 months before I was, and he actually got sent over there as like rear party, or what you'd call rear party in the Marine Corps. And he actually got a medal. You know, he got the medal for being there, but I never did. I was in boot camp during the whole thing. And my point with trolls is they'll go make shit up. Like I saw the same guy go in there and say, well, Doug claims to be a combat veteran, which I have never claimed to be, because my whole argument was with the new Century Marines is A, they somewhere lost the respect for their predecessors, and B, they don't care about you if you're not a combat veteran. And that used to piss me off because I'm like, wait a minute, I'm in here during the Afghanistan. I go to chat rooms during the Afghanistan, Iraq thing to hang out with my so-called brothers. And then just like this YouTube thing. Oh, I'm being quite, and I put my social security number in one of them chat rooms one night, and they're like, "You're crazy." I'm like, "No, I'm proving I'm telling the truth." And if anybody wants to steal my ID, they'll turn it back over tomorrow when the IRS starts sending them letters. So whatever, but they still wouldn't give me any respect, and they're like, "Oh, I outrank you," and this, that, and the other thing, and it used to piss me off. I'm like, "Okay, I didn't serve in combat. Sorry that the first."
But you know what? Please let me explain this. Who doesn't give a shit about combat or non-combat? You know what? If you sat behind in a desk, you're still a fucking veteran.
You know what? And half of them would love to trade lives with me because they don't want those memories.
Right.
So I don't get that argument. It doesn't make sense to me. So I said, I'm sorry that George Sr. politically ended the war, and then Bill Clinton had no desire to be in wars over oil and regime changes. It won't work. You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's not my fault. I signed up to do the same shit.
Exactly.
It's not my fault that it didn't.
Clinton, but Clinton was involved in some Yugoslavian conflict there. What was that all about again?
You know what? Fuck Clinton. I mean,
politics, yeah.
Fuck
Clinton. I don't like Clinton either. I don't like him either.
We're not being political, Jen. We're talking like actual military
talking about
thing.
war. Yeah.
Right.
It was Bush against, Osama. I mean, it was a big name against
Saddam,
another name. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Here's the facts. I don't give a shit. I will throw like you said, my DD-214 out to anybody. And you know what? I'll throw my phone number to anybody. Because you know what? I'm not scared.
Well, you know what? I am, because it's not just me. If it was just me, I'd throw my address out there and say, "Come down and fucking get some." But it's not just me, so I can't do that.
Well, you have family. You have family, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if I didn't, I'd throw my address out there and say, "Come down and find out whether I was a Marine or not." You know.
Exactly.
Hey,
and that's the thing is, I took a responsibility because of my Gulf War illness, syndrome, whatever the fuck. I made a choice because after research, and I swear to God, man, I mean, we're men, right? I don't want my children to be fucked up. And 30% of... Are you following me?
Is Frog still here? Or not Frog? Froggy, Rant, Salty still here?
No, I mean, not a rant.
I'm listening. I'm listening.
I'm saying, as a Gulf War veteran, before we went to war, I say this again, we stood in line for 100 yards. And
you did what?
We stood in line.
Stood in a line.
We stood in line for 100 yards. And
stood in line, okay.
And we were given injections by a hydraulic gun. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have you heard of a hydraulic gun? Just like cattle in Texas.
No, basic training. They give you shots with the hydro.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, they give you those air shots.
No.
Bam,
it was before. It was after that. I'm giving you the truth right now. Have y'all ever heard of NATO top secret clearance? Veterans.
Top secret clearance, yeah.
Yeah. I got
NATO.
You talking about NS security clearance?
Right.
What's up, Justin?
Okay, so what I'm saying is, before we went to war, we stood in line 100 feet people deep, and we had this hydraulic gun shot in our arm, like polio. You know polio?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay. And it was, after research, it was in search with anthrax, everything that you go, as you go overseas. Have you been overseas? You know what I'm saying? As a Marine, Army.
I went to South Korea and then I did it.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying then. You know what I'm saying. You had the gun to your shoulder. But, I did research and there was anthrax. I mean, it's in, I'm just trying to say the government just uses as pawns. But you know what? As a 17-year-old, we had no idea joining Mets.
No, hell no.
Yeah,
Right.
I'll tell you. You're
And that's
talking
what
about the
they
guns
count
in
on.
the. You're talking about the guns in the arm. I had both
Yeah.
those before I went to Somalia, but what really hurt was they give you what's called a GG shot, a good to go shot in the ass. And I'm a big
Yeah.
guy. They gave me one on each butt cheek. I couldn't sit for 6 hours.
Holy shit! That's
Hang on, Texas. Bouncer says at this point in time, Texas, you are starting to confuse me, buddy. You are remember the beginning, not the end. And I
Yeah,
said
I
hi to
know.
Justin.
I
Justin
love
came in. I
Bouncer.
said hi.
I love Bouncer. I can't see the text right now. Bouncer cracks me up. You know, we talk about cooking and this and that, but he's making off later. But
Yeah.
I think he's kind of proud of me. I'm starting to rant. I'm just.
Well,
Go
let me
ahead.
tell this. My stepson hates the military. And finally I said, why do you hate the military? Because of what they do? And he said, yeah. I said, don't hate the military for that. Anybody who joins the military
No.
is a patriot. Blame the government for the agenda. The government sets the
Exactly.
agenda, not the fucking, and granted, anybody who joins the military is not serving their country. They're serving their government. And it's been that way since World War One,
Oh,
basically.
since the beginning of time for America.
Yeah,
The government is run by corporations.
Yeah.
Well, it's run
Oh
by
no,
agenda.
not corporations, but
Power.
go ahead. Yeah, power.
Power. Yeah.
Money,
Well, I-
money, power.
Well, power is money.
Yeah.
Money is power.
Yeah.
But they're
Right.
running off a different. Like everybody joins the military because they want to serve their country, but
Yep.
blindly, like any 17-year-old kid.
Yep.
And my mother's half the reason I got screwed over in the military because she had to sign for me, and I didn't know this till after the fact. But I signed up to be a combat engineer, and that's not what I got. And
Right.
my recruiter said, "Well, I couldn't do anything because your mom came down and said if he's doing anything dangerous, I'm not going to sign." It's the Marine Corps. It wasn't the B. So he must have fed her some shit that we'll
Yeah,
put him
well,
in
I
this job out here in the
Yeah.
back lines without telling her the back lines has a big red target on them. So,
I got something to say. Thank you, all of you, for serving.
I say thank you for giving a shit.
My pleasure. I had fun serving, and it's what I wanted to do at the time. Now, I was a young 17-year-old kid. I didn't know really who I was serving. I was serving the master.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
All I know is my father, he had served in the Vietnam and Korea, the Vietnam era, and
Exactly. Just like my
I
father.
wanted to sort of, serve, do my part,
Right.
Right. And I thought when I joined the Marine Corps, my grandfather might actually talk to me about World War II, but he never did. And
Yeah.
I get that. Nobody ever wants to talk about what they did during wartime. He mentioned one time he was also the preacher at the church, and he baptized me in June. This is the irony. He baptized me on June 30th, 1988, which was my best friend.
1988?
Yeah.
Whoa. You said 1988? That's when I graduated from high school and joined the
Okay.
military. Yeah.
Well,
So what was
that was on my best friend's birthday, who at the time,
Yeah.
and still to this day, is an atheist. And my so anyway, but
I was in basic training during that time.
Yeah. I tell
but
you
he
what,
never
from
did.
a-
See, that's how you could tell when somebody's really a combat veteran. They will
Yeah.
not willfully talk about it. I mean, there's that
No,
small
no, no,
percentage
no,
of people. They'll talk to the veterans, but in the VFW or something. But they won't get on
Yeah.
YouTube and say, "Oh yeah, I killed 118 people. I did
Yeah,
this. I did
exactly.
that." Right? They don't do that.
Exactly.
Like my best friend was a combat veteran. Did a tour in Iraq, and
Yeah.
he's never talked about it. Now he
Right,
talked
right.
about what gave him PTSD because he saw an Iraqi grandfather and his two grandchildren get blown up by a mortar, and that fucked him
Right.
up. But nobody brags about that shit. There's that
Well,
less than
exactly.
1% of people that brag about that shit because they're psychopaths, not psychopaths. They're sociopaths, or they just understand that was a job. They compartmentalize that and say, "Yeah, that was my job, and I'm talking about my job." But that's a small percentage of people. Nobody brags about being in war. I mean,
Oh,
they
my
just don't.
God.
Hey, You're lucky if you didn't have to serve in a. I mean, if you didn't have to go into combat and fire your weapon, you're one of the lucky ones. I was one of the lucky ones during the first Gulf War, being a high-speed unit that I was in, the 143rd Infantry, long-range surveillance, 49th Armored Division. We were a long-range surveillance detachment. As you well know, the first Gulf War, we bombed the hell out of them, kicked them out of Kuwait, and Bush 1 did not want to go further and go into Baghdad, so they didn't need us. We were on call. We were actually on call to go, but we didn't have to go. But I did volunteer for some missions along the Texas and Mexico border. I did work with the Border Patrol on a few missions and actually carried live ammunition, real world mission on the border. I've done that, thank God. You know, working in a 4-man team, our objective was just to observe and report. We were not there to, confront anybody. We if we had to, we'd, call for the Border Patrol to deal with anybody that we saw. And, thank God I didn't have to ever fire my weapon at anybody, But if I would have, if I had to, I would have, in that situation. That's what I was trying to do.
Anybody would. And just like the other side does. They do the same shit for their own government's agenda. So, like, if we could all just meet on the battlefield and say, hey, our government's agendas are bullshit, why don't we sit here and drink fucking Krupnik or some shit and fucking call it a day, there wouldn't have to be wars. Because everybody on the opposing side is going to say the same thing to their buddies on a YouTube live stream that we're saying to each other right now. They didn't want to do it for their government's agenda, but they were told to do it, and they did it.
Well, yeah, so, I mean, and if you've already joined the military and you do not do what they tell you to do, then you get put in prison. Yeah, you know what I mean. Once you sign your name on that dotted line and you take that oath, whatever, I mean, beyond reason, whatever they tell you to do, like we're going to Iraq. We're going to go to Iraq because they got this weapon of mass destruction. We're going to go there. We're going to, which they never had one. They never could prove they had some weapon of mass destruction.
No, because they had a video of that shit being moved to Syria. They had the satellite footage of all that shit being shipped out of the country before we invaded.
But then we don't even really know if we don't really know. I mean, those are probably chemical weapons. Was it a nuclear bomb? Probably not.
No.
The whole thing was made up for us to go over there and get Halliburton and all these companies involved and making a bunch of money.
And here's the fucking irony, dude. We're the ones that served in the military, and we get that it's all bullshit because we served under them. We know what the fuck the agenda. But then we get the people who didn't serve, and then they come in saying, "Well, that's all conspiracy theory."
Right.
We were involved in the people behind the quote-unquote conspiracy theories. I mean, and then you get shit on for that too. So, but this is why I say.
You nailed it.
Anyway, Bill, I don't think I'm subbed to you.
Yeah, I subbed to you. I subbed to your new channel. I'll get to your old channel eventually.
All right. Well, if it shows up that you subbed, like I said, I don't have my comments. Yeah. I don't have my comments open, and people, you know what? Because this guy said he was in the Marine Corps for 8 years, and he told me I was a piece of shit because I drink. Which back in from 07 to 11, I was a drunk. I drank every fucking night. I drank 5 to 6 gallons of whiskey a month because people started dying. A best friend of mine from high school died. Then my grandfather died. Then a year later, my grandmother died. Then 6 months after that, my mother, who took care of both of them for those 4 years, found out she was going to die. And then she died 14, so I was a drunk then.
That's crazy.
So now I might drink a couple nights a week.
Hey, brother.
I drink every night of the week, but
brother.
I'm not the big drunk everybody thinks. I drink beer only, and I drink it very slowly. And lately, I've had to cut back because I think I'm starting to hurt my liver. Like it's already come on. I've been drinking for like 23 years. I mean, it's definitely not 100%.
Hey, man.
Texas. Go ahead.
It's Texas again. there's got to be a place in your state that you go to PTSD school. There's a place in Temple, Texas, where I went to, and I learned how to curb my PTSD. You know, where I just wouldn't get pissed off, and it's called self-medication. You know what I'm saying? Oh, believe me, I drank my ass off. I mean, shit. I'll be honest with you. Even did meth for a year.
I never tried that. Thank God.
Shit.
Yeah. Tried what?
Meth.
Oh.
To get my mind off. I'm being strictly honest with you guys.
Hey, meth does body good. If I didn't do meth all those years ago, I wouldn't be the funny man on YouTube I am today.
I have an addictive personality, so I tend to sway away from addictive things. Other than, you know, smoking and drinking.
That's the thing. It's called self-medication. You know.
Yeah, it is. It's called self-medicating.
Right. I mean, I drank my ass off, but I went to Temple, Texas, and there's got to be a place like that in your state where you just go
all right,
there.
But wait, Texas. You were in my chat room that night. Them guys were giving me shit, right? Tom Pirate and Dave fucking Edwards. Oh, you drink, you're a drunk. You smoke 4 packs of cigarettes a day, blah, 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 blah.
Oh, no. I never said that in my life.
No, not you. You were in there, though. You were my ranch that night when them assholes were in there giving me that same shit. Oh, you were drunk, you drink all that, you smoke.
Oh, no.
Cigarettes.
You know what? I have never said that. I have. You know what?
No, not you. My trolls. You were in my chat that night. My trolls were saying that shit, right? Remember?
Right.
I'm like, and then the Marine that was supposed to be an 8-year Marine, I'm like, are you telling me Marines don't get drunk and stupid anymore? And that you're going to write up anybody who shows up drunk 2 days in a fucking row? You know.
Oh, my God. I used to, as a rescue swimmer, being off the coast of Puerto Rico, I showed up drunk as fuck, ready to go out and save people in the water. I mean, it's just crazy. Just because of matter of mind.
Well, that was my point. That's the shit they give me because I'm drinking and I don't like cops. Oh, well, you're a fake Marine and a dishonorable dischargee because you drink and smoke 4 packs a day and you hate cops. Oh, okay.
Well, okay. So here we go. Please give me a platform for 4 to 3 seconds, maybe a minute.
Cops? Do you have a soapbox? We want to see you stand on a soapbox.
Okay, I want to sit on the soapbox. That's way back from the 1920s.
We'll stand on a.
I'm going to sit on a box. Yeah. Cops are fucking idiots. Straight up. They don't know the laws. And the problem is, there are kids coming back from Afghanistan, Iraq, and they're used to military.
The majority of them never even served. They're just 21-year-old kids that want to hold a gun and a badge.
Right, but see, there's a difference. I mean, the PD is hiring idiots from high school with no education.
Yep, that's what they want. They want that. They want to be able to mold them.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
As much as they say the Marine Corps wants robots, no, they want people who are going to obey orders. That's what they want.
And please let me finish my statement.
Go ahead.
It's us old veterans looking back and knowing what is truthful and not. Because I tell you what, veterans, we put our hand up and you remember the Mets?
Multiple times we put our hands up.
Right. You remember the Met Center?
Yep.
And you raised your hand and you put an oath. I'm not trying to sound corny. I'm just going to tell you, as a veteran, you put your arm up and you pled an oath to take care of this goddamn country.
And that meant something.
Right. And these police officers don't give a fuck.
No, they want the power. We didn't join the military to have power. We joined the military to be part of a serving factor of this country. We didn't join it for the power. They joined it for the power. They joined it. Cops join it for the power. And I have 2 nephews that did the same thing. I sat right there at the table. They weren't even hired yet. And my oldest nephew said, well, people just need to do what we tell them to do. I said, who the fuck do you think you are? I didn't want to argue with him too much because my dad's sitting there with his girlfriend, and I didn't want to start a fight. I'm like, you're supposed to be a public servant. And his
Right.
brother was laughing. They're telling a story about cops at a hospital roughing up a black guy because he was drunk. I said, that's a felony. That's a felony. 2 or more
Exactly.
people violated his rights. And you're going to lie on a fucking report, which is a felony. You're going to give false information to a police department because you're going to give it to your superior, which is a felony. You know, because cops like to compound charge people when they stand up for their rights. Oh, well, now you weren't speeding. Now it was reckless endangerment, failure to obey a fucking traffic
Here's my
device,
cool
whatever
thing.
they can do, right? I said, we can compound that shit right down to dereliction of duty, and all 4 of those guys would be gone. But they're laughing about it. No,
I
people
know.
just need to do what we tell them to do. I'm like, no. We're not your slaves. We're the ones that hired you to protect us. That's your job. Not
And I
to
tell
sit
you what,
here.
And I tell you what, it's like I said this before about 2 years ago. It's going to be the veterans, old time veterans, that is going to take over police departments because.
Right.
Do
you know the story of Athens?
No, I have to tell you this one story. When we
All right, go
boarded ships in the Red Sea and the Persian Gulf, the last thing we were trained to was not put our hands on our weapons. You know what I'm saying? That was the last thing we were told. And yet I see police officers put their hands on their weapon.
Right. And I tried
Nope.
to get a petition in this country to have a national ROE, rules of
Yeah.
engagement, so that cops couldn't fire until fired upon first. And
Right.
it didn't go anywhere. I'm like, we shouldn't even have to ask them to do that. But when I tried to do a petition, it went nowhere.
Right. And, you know, and just the stance of police officers, you know what I'm saying, from the military, the left forward to the right, you know, that's the way we were trained in the military. I mean, and the military is progressed to the police department. I hope I'm making sense.
That's a
But-
good point. Hey, I want to say that's a great point. The military has their hands tied behind their back. They cannot fire their weapon unless
Right.
they are fired upon. But yet
On
the
enemy.
police
On enemy.
on the enemy. But yet the
Yeah.
police, our policemen and women, can fire on us with if they
On
even
citizens.
fear for their life. If they even fear for their
On
life, they can kill
citizens.
us. That's
See, that was
wrong.
my difference.
Something's
Right.
wrong.
No, that was my whole point.
Yeah.
Over there, it's on enemy combatants where they can
It's
see the
war.
weapons pointed
It's
at them.
war
Right.
overseas.
Yep.
It's
Over
war
here,
overseas.
we're talking about citizens.
I
Yeah.
think there's a war against the citizen right now. There is definitely a war
Oh
against
my
the citizen
God.
here in America.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a war
Hey,
against.
you know
us.
what? You know what? Army, Navy, Air,
Even the
you know,
Coast Guard.
Air Force, Navy. I mean, Marine Corps,
Coast
Army.
Guard. Coast Guard.
Coast Guard.
Can't leave
we
out the
fought.
coasties.
We fought to get this shit away from us.
Yep. Yep.
And we brought
And
it back home.
I'm watching these police officers with the right foot forward and the left foot back. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You know, and
The
and,
full frontal fight position.
exactly. That is full combat.
Look,
You know what I'm saying?
I think they're
Stance.
scared. I think.
Stance, yeah.
I mean, I think these guys are scared. I mean, they know they're doing wrong. They know
Yeah.
that they are doing wrong, but yet they're still doing it for that paycheck and that pension.
Okay. And I get that if they're fighting
Yeah.
actual people in a drug war or some shit. But
Oh,
somebody
absolutely.
with a fucking camera, there's no reason to have that full frontal
Exactly.
stance. There's no reason to have
Exactly.
the attitude. There's no reason to have any of that shit. But they do it
Exactly.
because
Exactly.
somebody told them they could, and everybody's going to have their
Yep.
back right up the
Yep.
line of command, right to the
Yeah,
top,
the judge has
Even
their
the judge.
back.
right to the
Yep,
fucking top,
Yeah, even higher than that. Yep. The
And
Congress.
right
that's-
to the top.
You know, I saw this video. I've been watching this now for about 5 years. I watched this cop come around this police car and had his firearm drawn and threatened to fire upon a guy with a camera. And I was fucking blown away. Just like I think we had this conversation the night before. In New York, you know, he was pissed off about the
Eli,
parade. And I just don't get it. I mean, it's become. I hate to say this, and I have to say this. I think it's become a military state. I think it really has.
Oh, it's been like that for a while. But
Wait,
yeah,
the martial law that we all say won't exist because our own veterans wouldn't point their guns at us? Yeah. I don't know. Would they?
No, I mean, no, seriously. I mean,
if they were told that we were really a threat, they would.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
hey, look what they did. Hey, look what they did to David Koresh. That was a lot of police.
Oh yeah, I know.
Still.
I know. Even Las Vegas. Wait. Before Las Vegas shooting, did y'all see that video about the police killing the two kids or the one kid in the Las Vegas suites where they kept giving the demands?
Oh, what he was crawling?
No.
He was crawling, and they shot.
Yeah.
I saw that. Yeah, he had a BB gun. He was just, yeah.
Oh, in the hallway. Yeah, no, that was Arizona. That was Arizona.
Yeah,
that was Arizona.
All they had to do was handcuff them.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yep.
There were two people there. The one guy was already in cuffs. The second person could have walked down there and cuffed him, but no, that was Arizona. Shot at
He had his hands out. He had his hands out clearly.
Dude was begging for his damn life.
Yeah, all they had to do was go up and cuff him. I mean, God, it's been so easy.
All right, to be fair,
and the
they
girl
shot
was
him in the head. They shot him in the head.
To be fair,
those bastards should be hung.
Oh yeah, no, that guy. But to be fair, people say, well, cops never are held accountable. Poor Dirt Farmer does videos every day about cops that are arrested. So when people say, well, the cops never get arrested, and I'm one of those people that used to say that until I saw Poor Dirt Farmer's channel. Every fucking day, he's got a story. Yeah. Every day or every couple of days, he has a story about a cop that's been arrested for child molestation or whatever not. So there are cops being arrested. Now, I don't know about his videos where they get sent to prison. That's the other side of the coin, or a different coin altogether. Fuck
cops
no,
don't go to prison.
And even that woman that shot her fucking she got 10 years.
They say they go to prison, but you know where they really go?
Cops do not go to prison.
They go to that penthouse in Hawaii and that hotel. I mean, they just, I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
No.
So,
they're referred to another police department. I mean, what I'm trying to say is they're not fired. They just go to another police department.
And wait, guess who protects them? Correction officers, who actually are the worst. Correction officers are the actual worst of the worst.
Yes.
They're supposed to be there to make sure everybody's in. Okay, you're in jail, but you still have rights.
Oh, God.
You still have rights. But they let the gangs exist. They let the fights exist. They let the drug shit go on. They let all this stuff happen. Correction officers are the actual worst of the worst.
Correction officers like the bottom of the barrel. I mean, like the most stupidest idiots you'd ever see.
You want to know why? Because they're not dealing with people on the streets that might have a gun. They're dealing with people who are locked up and don't have any way to defend themselves. That's why they're the worst of the worst.
Okay.
Because they don't have to fight the gun. They don't have to do anything. They already know they're the master and they're the slaves.
But you know what? Sooner or later, they have to come out of that. Sooner or later, they have to come out of that work environment into the public street.
But nobody knows what they are unless they're exposed.
Oh, well, I'm telling you.
Okay.
They are exposed.
Can I make one comment? We're all veterans here, correct? All veterans.
Not me. I was only in for 2 months. My shit doesn't count.
We're still counting
I think
you,
it counts, Salty. We count you, Salty.
We're going to count you.
We count you, Salty.
I don't even count myself as a veteran.
No,
I count you.
Okay, what I'm trying to say is...
Hey, you tried. You wasn't your fault what happened to you, man. You got injured. It's not your fault, man.
Well, just like when people say
the whole thing is you wanted to be there. You were there.
Hang on, let me qualm Sadi. Look, Salty.
Let me finish my comments.
Go ahead, Tex.
Back in the military, if you fucked up, guess what? You go to Mestex. You know what I'm saying?
Or
in other words, I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There was no.
You stood before somebody.
I mean, in other words, in the military, there was no blend or no blue thin line. If you fucked up and the whole department know you fucked up, you go back to the mess techs and you fucking wash dishes. You know what I'm saying?
Or
Until
you do
get out.
barracks duty for 2 weeks, or you're fucking.
No,
you
no.
know, yeah.
Cleaning out the latrine, yeah.
Yeah, that's the difference between the military and the police department. Police
Right, they
department,
police their own.
exactly. In the military, if you fucked up doing the job wrong, then you go down, and you go down as the
Right,
best tech.
because they police their own, but the cop force, they don't police
Yeah.
their own. They support their own. And
That's
that's why I
what
say
I'm
they're all
saying.
bad. That's
That's
why
what
I
I'm
say they're all
saying.
bad. Because the cop that stood up, he's no longer a cop because he stood up. So
Oh,
they're
you know
all
what?
bad because you're gone otherwise.
You
But
know what?
wait,
I think.
let me defend Frog real quick.
Okay.
Not Frog, Salty. People used to always thank me for my service, and I said I didn't do shit. Nothing happened. I was never in combat. People say, "Hey, thanks for your service," and I said I didn't do shit.
Right.
And because I'm that humble, I didn't do shit. I didn't go to
Right.
war. I didn't have to watch anybody get blown up. And they'd say, "You know what? Okay, but you signed up to do it, right?" Like people would say that, and that's gone. I haven't heard that in years. I haven't
Right.
heard that in years. But if Salty, you signed up to do it. You went in. It might have lasted 2 months. So I'm calling you a vet, whether it's
Me
on
too.
paper or not.
Me too.
Yeah, but it doesn't count. I mean, I've never really considered myself that. And I never called myself that. And I never bragged about
No.
doing it.
But we're
It was
calling
something I
you
tried.
that.
But you tried, man. You went and signed the dotted line. You took
Wait.
the oath. You took
Hang
the
on.
oath.
You wait. What happened? You went to where? You went to boot camp where?
Great Lakes.
All right, Great Lakes. You
Great
did that.
mistakes. Great
How many
mistakes.
people? Wait, how many people are going to question you went to Great Lakes?
I know
Exactly.
great
So fuck them.
I know.
I
so
never
I know
talked
great
about it.
mistakes. I know great mistakes. That's
Great
the
mistakes.
nickname.
You're right. Yeah. I slept in.
That's what we
My
called it,
best
great
friend.
mistakes.
My best friend from high school was stationed there, and when I got done with my MLS school, instead of flying home, I flew to Chicago and hung out there over the weekend. Didn't have a fucking dime. I took a cash advance, which fucked up my paycheck for like 2 fucking months just to party with him. I had to sleep, and I had to sleep in his friend Crumpy's car in the middle of winter, and he wouldn't even let me run the car. So I'm in the backseat of his car, freezing my dick off, right? So the next day, he talked the, quarterdeck master because it was a building, but we got to go through the motions, right? And he's like, so all right, come in, just show your ID, ask permission to go aboard. Aye, sir, cleared. Blah blah blah.
my
So I
God.
slept in his bunk. Well, the captain showed up that day because it was inspection. Opened the curtain, and I'm like, oh shit, and he was like, sorry, go ahead and go back to sleep. He was cool about it. He didn't even know I wasn't supposed to be there. But then I went outside to smoke, and this lieutenant in the Navy came out and says, I'm going to send you to captain's mast. I'm like, what do you mean? I didn't know I was to be smoking outside the building, right? He says, I'm going to send you to captain's mast. I said, I'm not even in the fucking Navy. He said, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. But, Great Lakes. That was my Great Lakes experience. I guess that was the point of my story. That was my Great Lakes experience. So I've been to Great
I
Lakes.
tell you what. Here's
I was
my
going to tell you when
experience. Here's
I
my
was going to tell you when I
experience.
got training and I found out there were no stall doors, I couldn't shit for 2 weeks. Literally, I couldn't take a shit. I was so scared.
What's up, Zippy? Wait. We got to say hi to Zippy. Zippy and X Nerd Tags. Yeah, the game guy, right? Nerd Tags. Yeah, cool.
Oh my God!
I couldn't shit for 2 weeks, and then like every day for 2 weeks I was going to medical because I was having these intense nosebleeds, and they bleed for like an hour. Sometimes both nostrils would be bleeding. I'm like, what the fuck? Like I never had nosebleeds before. I was under so much fucking stress that it was driving me fucking crazy.
And we're only
And then-
17 years old. Do you hear me? We're only 17 years old.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
well,
Well,
hey,
I was
when I went-
18 at that point.
when I went to
I turned
Army-
18 in
Hey,
boot
when I
camp.
went to Army basic training, I was 17. I had just turned 17 like 3 months before. I couldn't take a shit I swear to God, the first 10 days I could not take a shit. I swear to God. I was
'Cause
so
there was no door.
nervous. so
Yeah.
stressed out. I mean, you know, yeah, it's
And
true.
let me tell you a
story.
funny story, dude. Well, I turned 18 in boot camp, and my buddy who joined the Navy, the day after high school, he went to the Navy. I didn't want to leave. I was still delivering pizzas, doing my shit, right? And he went to the Navy, and then the week after I went in the Marine Corps, he got out of the Navy and was back home. And my other best friend, I talked him into joining the Marine Corps, but he got sick when we were supposed to leave, so I thought he was just being a pussy, right? And he ended up going back later, and he actually retired as a master sergeant. I didn't, but my best friend, Bill, he when I was in boot camp, he sent me a birthday card in a pink envelope, and you know, right?
That's
And yeah, and the drill instructor's like, Jaeger, yes sir. And on the outside of the envelope, my buddy Bill writes, "Dear Mr. Drill Instructor, please make Doug do 20 extra push-ups for this letter." And I'm like, you fucking asshole, because then they're thinking, this is back before the don't ask, don't tell shit. Then they're thinking, Doug gets
Boyfriend?
a pink card, yeah. So I got fucking quarter fucking deck assed for like 2 weeks over that bullshit.
Dude, you're
That's
fucking funny.
hilarious.
You're
That's
fucking funny.
hilarious.
You know what? When I went to SAR school, rescue swimmer school, I used to chew gum just for the pain, and they called me the surf Nazi because my hair was navy. You know, it wasn't like when you're in
High and
navy.
tight, yeah. It wasn't high and tight Marine Corps shit.
No, when you're fleet navy, they don't give a fuck about your hair.
Right. Well, the whole
apparently-
Marine Corps cuts because of the gas mask. That's the whole thing behind the high and tight, because
Yeah.
the gas mask doesn't seal if you got a
Right.
beard and you got like the Army. I don't know how the Army gets away with it because they put gas masks on too. But anyway, go ahead.
No, I just saying, they called me the surfing Nazi because I was chewing gum as I was doing leg lifts and running, you know, miles and swimming miles. But holy shit, this is funny. It's like bring back old times. And
I
it's-
know, right?
I mean, no,
Well,
seriously.
of course, we're all fakes according to the trolls, but we can go ahead and make these stories up, right?
Yeah.
Oh,
Sure.
yeah, exactly. I can't make this shit up. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
we are making it up according to the trolls, but go ahead.
Oh, yeah, but, man.
Well, I know the trolls are going to have a fun time with me, knowing I didn't get out of basic training. But, you know, here's the thing. Why would I make some stupid shit up like that and lie about it? I mean, you know, I didn't great afterwards. I mean, I got out with fucking pneumonia.
I didn't know Road Dog was in here. Roadhog, sorry, buddy, missed you.
Roadhog, are you here?
No, he's gone. He said night, Gen
Okay.
T, so.
Like I said, I can't see the text, but
Well, I'm on the chat side. I
Okay.
figured out how to do it. There's at the bottom of your page there's a chat button. Now if you
well,
hit
see,
it,
I'm on a
listen
phone.
to me carefully. Listen to me carefully. So am I.
Okay.
If you hit it, it pulls up the chat. But if you want to get out of it, do not hit the back button. You got to hit the X up there at the top. Because if you hit the back button, it kicks you out of the panel. So I figured this out. You can go to private and live. And if you want to get out, hit the X. And then you're back to the panel. But yeah, you can see what's going on in the chat if you do that. I sound like a rapper from the 80s. You can get out of the chat if you do that. Everett.
You know, I'm sure the trolls are going to have a fun time playing with that. But, you know, like I said, I tried something. I had a pre-existing injury. I never got a signed contract from my recruiter, David Chaparro. I lived in Downers Grove, Illinois. I graduated Downers Grove South 1986 high school. You know, graduated in 86. And 10 other guys in my graduating class got the same treatment from my recruiter because he was bolstering his recruitment numbers, promising people shit based on the ASVAB score. The only reason I was going in the Navy is so I could work on an aircraft carrier fixing airplanes. And then when I got out, I was going to go back to the suburbs of Chicago where I lived. I was going to work on airplanes and have a
Wait a
good
minute. Is Bouncer Slab mad at us? He says, I don't want you guys to know what I'm saying about you. And Zippy, if you're still here, you know what? You went to college. That might have been a better choice. My personal opinion. But what is Bouncer saying? He doesn't want us to be mad at him for what?
I think college is overrated. I think you need to
I
learn a
think he's just
trade.
pulling your
You need to
legs,
learn a
guys.
trade.
He might be, but he put the red face things. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
I
he's
was
just
that's
pulling your leg.
All right. Anyway, sorry, Tex. Didn't mean to cut you off.
I would go to fucking, I wanted to go to the Navy. I wanted to learn a trade, and then I wanted to come out in the civilian world. But I didn't know I needed a signed contract. My father, with all of his years of experience in the Army, the Navy, and the National Guard, had never heard of a signed contract. So when I got out on my general discharge under medical conditions, well, it was honorable under medical conditions, and I got home and I got reassociated with being back at home and being a civilian and all that, this motherfucker would call me up and threaten me on the phone. And one night, he was threatening me so bad, my dad picked up the receiver and fucking chewed his ass out. My dad went to this guy's superior, wrote fucking letters, called people, fucking used his contacts, whatever he had. And this motherfucker got removed from the recruiting office, and he was in some hot, deep shit because he did not only me dirty, but 10 other guys in my graduating class in 1986 who had gone in the fucking Navy.
All right, he was this kid.
I found out a month in basic training right before I hurt my back, like a day or two before I hurt my back. I was going to be on a ship in the mess hall.
All right, let me tell you what happened to me. This is why I didn't stay in the Marine Corps. I had 3 referrals when I went in. I was a Lance Corporal out of boot camp, E3, right? And my recruiter sent me a letter in the middle of boot camp because I had a couple issues going on with people I knew, and I wasn't there to fucking do anything about it, and it had me fucking out of my mind. So there was this point in time in boot camp where I was just kind of there, but not really there. And apparently they had a problem with it. They had a chaplain come out and talk to me and shit. And I'm like, no, I'm fine, sir. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. But my recruiter sends this letter saying, I'm giving one of your referrals to somebody else so they can get promoted. And I didn't say anything about that because I'm a 17-year-old kid in boot camp and I'm getting yelled at every day, right? I didn't say a fucking word. I thought, whatever, he can't renege on what he told me, right? Because I just sat there for 6 weeks listening to the whole thing about the Marine Corps being honor, duty, integrity, all that shit, right? And then all of a sudden the staff sergeant's going to take away something from me he told me he's going to give me. So I thought, no, that ain't going to happen. So I got out of boot camp as a private. I had to start at the bottom. I was supposed to be an E3 out of boot camp. So I didn't get it. So I had to pick up through the ranks, PFC, Lance Corporal in Okinawa. Then I'm pissed because I didn't get the job I signed up for because my mom screwed me out of that with the whole, don't let them do anything dangerous, And so I've already got a bad attitude. I'm not a shitbird. I'm going to honor my side of the contract, whether they are or not. I'm going to do my 4 years and 1 week because I went UA for a week, so I had to make that week up. And so I should have actually been a sergeant in 4 years. Back when I was in with the promotion system, with everybody getting out of the job field I was in, and which I'm not going to say because I don't want to give the trolls any more information, right? You guys I would, but they're listening, so I didn't, I should have been a sergeant in 4. And I did try to re-up. I tried to lap move, and 3 months before I got out, I tried to lap move over to the air wing because that's where my other best friend was, who retired as a master sergeant. He went avionics. He picked up corporal in 2, 2.5, picked up sergeant, picked up staff sergeant in 5. He was a gunny in 7. They sent him to Great Lakes. He never got, in the whole time he was in, he never got deployed during the Iraq, Afghanistan shit. He was up in Great Lakes Naval Station because he went in as avionics. He was working on E-53s, the 53 copters, right? Well, they sent him up to Great Lakes to teach classes, so he was an instructor at Great Lakes. He never got deployed. He never went to Okinawa like I did. He never got sent out. He got handed this shit to him. So if I would have gotten what I was told I should have had, I would have stayed in, and I'd either be dead or I'd be bitching about something else right now. You know what I mean?
Probably good that you
Yeah,
got
well,
out. You know.
No, but it just pissed me off because the whole thing about boot camp, honor, integrity. I mean, you know, the 14 character. Wait,
It's all.
wait, and then my staff sergeant, staff NCO recruiter, fuck me like that, right? Like I'm listening there. I'm sounding like an English guy. I'm listening, and then I get later the 14 characteristics of a non-commissioned officer. JJ did tie buckle in the Marine Corps: justice, judgment, dependability, initiative, decisiveness, tact. I forget the other I. I always do that. Tie buckle, endurance, bearing, unselfishness, courage, knowledge, and loyalty. And I forget the other I, but incentive or something like that. Right? And then I'm thinking, okay, that's non-commissioned officer. Then we get into the staff NCO shit, and then I'm thinking, my recruiter, which I get it, he's under a quota. He's got to make quota or he's getting passed over for gunny, right? And he's in a career. He doesn't know what I'm going to do, blah, blah. But still, what happened to honor and integrity? If we're going to pull two of them out of the hat, let's pull honor and integrity out of the hat. What happened to that? Oh, I got fucked. And that's why I didn't stay in. I mean, I was set up to stay in. I could have stayed in. Well, I went to UA, and then here's the funny thing. I got this kid showed up 2 years or a year before that UA incident happened as a PFC. Day one, shows up to the FMF, Fleet Marine Force, to anybody that doesn't know what that means. Showed up day one. They said, well, they're having a meritorious board, and we don't have PFCs to stand up there, so they sent him up there. Day one, out of his job school, out of his MOS school, right? Scared as shit, just like I was. They sent him up there, and he's scared as shit. How do you read a map? Writing up, sir. Writing up. You know, he got promoted to Lance Corporal first day. Never did a fucking thing, right? Nothing. So then I go UA, and they put me on a 6-month probationary period. I was going to pick up Corporal, but I had to wait 6 months. And I had to do two weeks of barracks restriction, which sucks, by the way. And I had to have a 6-month pay reduction bullshit. And then he got promoted before me. And that motherfucker never went to a rifle range, never did a PFT, never did an MCT, which is a Marine Combat Training course, where you do the courses, you get points. You know, it goes into your cut and score, time of service, time of grade. Well, everybody was getting out of that job field, so now I'm boot to his ass, and he didn't do a fucking thing. Now, I don't hate him personally, because what was I going to do if I was him? Would I say, hey, wait a minute, I don't deserve this, you know, don't give it to me? No, fuck no, I would have taken it too. So I'm not pissed at him personally, but I'm pissed at the fact that it actually fucking happened. So now I'm boot to a guy who never did a damn thing. Now, I went back there a year after I got out. I went back there. He was a sergeant, and they gave him a Navy Achievement Medal for being in charge of a fucking working party. So he's a sergeant in 4 with a Navy Achievement. You know, and I'm thinking, I got out because of the promotion system. I did. And I got screwed by my recruiter, and long story shorter and short, that's why I didn't stay in. And sometimes I regret it, and sometimes I don't. Because I had a ground pounder job. I wasn't S4, you know, S4, I don't know what you call it in the Army or the Navy. S4 was the admin pogues. We cut the admin pogues. You know, I didn't have the combat photography job where that guy was a corporal in 2 years. That guy was a corporal, and he was a corporal in 2. No, seriously, that's an MOS. He was a corporal in 2 fucking years. I'm like,
remember Full Metal Jacket? I'm a combat photographer.
Not today, sir. But no, but seriously, that guy was a corporal in 2 damn years, and I'm thinking, Jesus, I should kill my recruiter. But you know, so I didn't stand because the system fucked me, and I felt like I was fucked over, so I got out.
It sucks. It sucks that you got screwed over. Or you felt like you did, which it sucks because some people that's what we're built for. We wanted to do this. We wanted to make it a career, and then they sort of they don't. I mean, they screw it up for us. You know.
Yeah, Bouncer, you got the chat, buddy. It's all you. No, but my point was, I had a point before I went back and looked at the chat, but no, the thing that pissed me off the most, was the fact that they drive into you in boot camp, the honor, the integrity, the history of the Marine Corps, everybody who served before us, Chesty Puller, Dan Daly, Smedley Butler, 2 times Silver Stars, Bronze Stars, you know, all that shit. And then there I sit, brokenhearted, tried to shit, but only farted, you know. And my recruiter, who's the staff NCO, fucks me over. So how am I supposed to believe in that honor system when the honor system fucked me at the same damn time? Didn't care. They fucked me over a career. And I get it, because when I went into Marine Corps, 88% of people who joined the Marine Corps did not enlist. So they had a 12% window of people they wanted to invest time in, right? But at the same time, they would have had a bigger window if they just wouldn't have fucked over the other 48%. I'm making that number up, but you know what I'm saying, right? If they would have given those other 36% what they asked for, what they were supposed to get, you know, maybe the reason they got out was because they got fucked in an honor and integrity and duty and you know all that shit.
They finally figured out, you know, that it's all bullshit, or not all bullshit, but you know, it's a lot of bullshit going on here.
Political. Well, and I get it. Yeah. The staff sergeant wants to make gunny. He wants to retire as maybe a master sergeant or, you know, higher. And I get that. And he's not going to invest time in me because he's looking at me like, well, this guy ain't going to last 4 years, so I'm going to fuck him over. But at the same time, he's in dereliction of duty. You know what I mean? So he's trying to be honorable, but being dishonorable at the same time. But he's going to retire, and I'm going to get out because he fucked me over.
I'm surprised you didn't join a group like Blackwater and shit. I mean, you could have been a private contractor making bank.
I don't even know what that is.
Private contracting for the military?
Oh, yeah, I know what that is, but I don't know what Blackwater is.
Blackwater worked for Halliburton.
Anymore, but
they were like they're sort of mercenaries. They worked in Iraq.
Allegedly.
The Second Gulf War. They worked. I think they worked for. I don't want to say they worked for Blackwater. Maybe they
Welcome
did.
back, Texas.
I mean, they worked for Halliburton, but they were definitely.
You know what? Halliburton's the reason I'm driving a truck, and I'll tell the story real quick. There was this little fucking. My dad retired from this, and this is the reason I also hate unions. Other than I understand what unions really are, but
GNT sucked us in.
My dad retired from this company. Halliburton came in and bought half of that company. Go ahead. Halliburton bought half of the company I worked for when I got out of the Marine Corps.
No. Let's go back. Let's go back to the. Let's go back to the military. Before
You're upside down. Which
Texas
looks
GT,
cool.
turn it back around.
Let's
You're
go
upside
back.
down.
Let's go back to the AWOL. Why did you go AWOL?
UA. All right. So, and I'm not going to get into the details.
Don't give me bullshit. I mean, man to man. Why did you go AWOL?
All right. This is what happened. We had all these corporals that had never been to NCO school. And here I am, and they're like, Jaeger, you're going to NCO school. And I said, Staff Sergeant, none of these corporals went to fucking NCO school. Why do I need to go to NCO school?
I don't give a shit about officers. Why did you go AWOL? Just tell me
Because
why.
I wanted to prove a point.
What point was that?
That I was right and they were wrong.
And how did that help out for you?
It did not work out good.
Yeah.
Right.
But at least you took that stand.
Wait, and like I told it, like I told us 8 years. Go ahead.
Please listen to me. Did you get other than us dishonorable?
No, I got an honorable.
Okay, good. So you proved your points.
Yeah.
Okay, you're right, but
he succeeded.
I mean, no. There's no third conversation. You made points, and you got an honorable discharge, correct?
Yeah,
Hello?
I didn't get a good conduct medal though.
Oh well, you know what? You made your point. So let's move on. As long as you make your point.
GT, you're upside down, dude. Turn yourself
Yeah, you're
around.
upside down. Well, no, it's cool. He's upside down. Looks like a.
No, it's not cool. It's making me dizzy. Yeah, that's
No,
better.
it looked like a dick hanging down to me.
Yeah,
No, but here's the
please,
thing.
let me see your face.
Okay, so we had a dress uniform inspection the next day, and I spilled the entire bottle of edge dressing all over the carpet. And I looked at my roommate and I said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here." And I loaded my shit in the truck, and he laughed because I'd get drunk and say that all the fucking time. "Fuck this shit, I'm out of here." So I and I went out to my other friends who actually retired as a master sergeant. So I drove out to his house, slept on his couch. He gets up to 05.
You got too personal with the.
No, hang on.
Yeah.
So he gets up at 05, and he's like, "Get up, get your ass back to base." I said, "Aye, Corporal."
You got too personal with the sergeant at arms. Yeah.
So I didn't. I drove to my house. I hung out for the exact moment of time that shit went on. And the day it ended, I came back. So that weekend, here's the funnier story. That weekend, I show up on Friday at the end of the bullshit, right? And, okay, well, they couldn't do anything to me at Friday. So I had the whole weekend. So everybody's like, "Let's go to Myrtle Beach." So I got a fifth of gym. Yeah, so I get it.
Yeah.
No, Myrtle. So
no,
I got
I'm just saying. I follow what you're saying. I got stayed involved with a lieutenant with his sister, and we went to Myrtle Beach or Virginia Beach. So go ahead.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-hour ride from Lejeune to Myrtle Beach.
Yeah.
I drank a fifth of fucking Jim Beam on the way down. We didn't even leave the base, and I'm yelling at girls on the sidewalk, "Yeah, baby, yeah." Right? I'm fucking trashed. So when I get down there, I'm beyond trashed. I got to a point where I got paranoid. So that weekend, I go to Myrtle Beach, and people are yelling shit from me in cars, and I'm yelling shit back. Some girl got out of a Mustang, said she was going to kick my ass. And I got arrested. I got arrested because they're like, "We got to get him out of here." So get in the Jeep. I'm like, "I'm not getting in that fucking Jeep. As soon as you turn the key, it's going to blow up." Well, somebody heard me say that, right?
Oh, no.
So they call the cops. So the cops show up, and I'm walking down the sidewalk, and I see these two college kids, and I'm like, "Hey, pretend you know me." So we're walking and talking. The cops come up and go, "Hey," grab me by the shoulder. They keep walking. So I'm yelling out, "You buddy fucking sons of bitches." And I turn around, the cop's like, I'm like, "What's up?" He goes, "Yeah, you've had too much to drink." I said, "I ain't nothing to drink." He said, "Yeah, you've had too much to drink." So I maybe had a little bit to drink. So then they put me in cuffs. They're like, "We're taking you, you're arrested for drunk and disorderly."
Never admit that you drank anything.
Right. So they're arrested
That
me
was
for
my
drunk and
first
disorderly.
mistake.
So then I remember a story of my brother who was in the Navy at the time.
That's all you did was drink.
Yeah, so I remember a story
But
my
never
brother was
admit
telling me.
it.
So I'm in the back of I'm sitting on a curb waiting for the car. I'm like, "You know what? Take these cuffs off. I'll show you an ass kicking." And they laugh. So I get in the back of the car, and we're driving to the police station. Halfway there, I'm like, "Hey, wait a minute. I work for the federal government. You pricks work for the state, which means I outrank you. So how about we just take these cuffs off and call it a day?" Well, that didn't happen, of course. So we get to the police station, and they're empty your pockets. Empty your pockets. So I pull my wallet out, and I start going through my pictures. Here's a picture of my brother. Here's a picture of this. And the woman behind the counter comes out with a nightstick. And I'm like, okay. So they put me in the drunk take. And me and this other guy are having a blast, yelling shit back and forth at the cops. And then this other kid was from Charlie Company. Roberts. I remember his name. You know why? Because we ended up in 29 Palms 6 months later. And there was a big fight where officers and enlisted people got fucked up and put in the hospital. And it was fucking Charlie Company. It was that fucking guy's company. But anyway, so I spent the night in the drunk take. And the whole bet when we went there was $50. I didn't pass out before anybody. So I didn't even go to bed. I'm marching. I didn't even piss in that silver toilet in the middle of the fucking room. I marched around the fucking...
Whoa. Whoa, can I make a statement right now?
I was going to say, I have something to say.
Whoa, please, let me make a statement. That's when cops were cops. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah, right. You fucked up. You know what?
They would laugh about it. Yeah, pass it off.
You know what I'm saying? Now cops are like, oh shit, we're going to arrest you right now. I mean, you remember the time where, you were hauling ass and the cop said, oh, okay, just slow it down. Cops these days are saying, oh shit, we're going to arrest you right now because you're speeding over the limit. You understand what I'm saying? I mean, it's become ridiculous. I mean, way back in the day, what is that? Woo.
Yeah, right. Back then they laughed about it. Today they'll shoot you about it.
Exactly. That's my whole point about the police department these days. I mean, they're so scripted.
Hey,
they're so.
Thanks again, Jen. Thanks, Jen, for hanging out.
Hey, thank you,
Letting us all
Jen.
talk. Hey,
Yeah.
what's up with Salty? Salty ain't seen shit in a while.
Oh, can I say?
You're
I was
welcome.
trying to say something first.
Go
Can
ahead,
I
Bill.
say something?
Go ahead, Bill.
Well, you were talking about that. You never would. Use the little silver latrine in the jail cell or whatever you were
Right,
put
right.
in or
I
whatever.
held my
But
piss
guess
12
what I had
hours.
to do one time lately? Just I had to take a shit, and
my God.
there was only listen. There was only one other. We're in the drunk tank, okay? So there's one shitter.
Yeah.
And
That's
guess what? Guess what? The other guy, he's out of control already. He's already like
So you
mouthing
had a
off
fist
there.
between his legs? You had a fist between his legs?
No. There's only me and him in this big tank. Not a big tank, little tank. But anyways, I
Right,
went and
they
took
go.
a shit. I was like shitting. And guess what? I didn't flush it like right away for him. He came over and put his he pushed my head like that. He was like, dude, you need to flush it, and and I was like, I just kind of looked at him like, you fucking crazy, dude?
Yeah.
Anyways, I just wanted to say
Well,
that.
funny story. I was
Not really
marching.
funny, but
All I did was march the perimeter of the drunk tank all night, left, right, left. And then I smelled coffee. Like, the next shift came in and made coffee. I'm like, hey, guys, I smell the coffee. Do you mind if I get a cup of coffee? I'm a little bit drunk. And they said, yeah, night, night, little boy. So there's this little window, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's what
you've been
you're...
in the drunk tank a couple times.
No, the only time I've been in there, but I remember it vividly. There's this little window, and I said, yeah, that's what your fucking mom said.
Yeah.
And I could see the two officers holding the third officer back from coming down to beat me. So then I started singing, bad boys, what you gonna
What
do?
you gonna do?
What you gonna do? Yeah, so
When
I
they
showed
come
up.
for you.
Right, so the
And-
next
and-
day,
and
the
you're-
judge actually showed up on a Sunday, which was
The,
good for me.
the magistrates, you're.
Yeah, because
it sounds like-
otherwise I'd have been UA for twice because he
Yeah.
showed up Sunday and he says, what have you been drinking, son? Jim Beam, yeah, that brown shit'll get you. And he goes, he starts looking at the charges and he goes, oh, thank you. Oh. Well, he first looked at the charge. He goes, that'll be 50. Oh, that'll be $157. And I had just written a check for my car registration the week before. So getting $157 out of the fucking ATM 12 blocks away shorted my check from the car registration, which I got charged $90 from the state of Pennsylvania for, and then boom, bam.
Ugh.
So I mean, I got fucked
Damn
all right. That was a badass weekend for me.
Hey, the government. I have to say this: the government is there to. They're stealing our money, of our hard-earned money, to put in their pockets.
They're not stealing. Because
Is that
they say
not
thank
a
you.
problem or what?
They say thank you when they take our money. That's
Yeah,
not
but we are we don't need them. I don't need them. Do you need them?
Hang on
I
a
don't
second.
need them. I don't need
Salty's
them.
still hanging
I
out?
don't need these sorry bastards working for me. I want to fire them all. Fire them. I don't want them. I don't want them here. I don't want to have to pay for them. I don't want to have to listen to their bullshit.
All right, Salty, you and Jen got to tell a story because we've been telling.
I figure I'm the only guy here that isn't drinking right now, so only because I'm at work.
How do you know we're drinking?
Well, I know Bill.
I tell you what.
I only drink at night, guys. I don't drink 24/7. I mean, I have to sleep.
What are you drinking? Beer?
I drink Frio 6.0. That's my house beer. Frio 6.0. Now, you're only
You know
going to
what I
find
say?
this at HEB. HEB here
Hey,
in Austin,
What
Texas.
state? What state do you reside in, Bill?
I'm in the Austin, Texas area, northeast of Austin, Texas, right in the
Austin,
suburbs of
Texas.
Austin, Texas.
Oh wait. What do you think
Whoa,
of
whoa,
that
whoa,
new?
whoa, whoa, whoa,
Wait.
whoa, whoa,
What do you think of that
whoa,
new series with Rob Lowe
Austin,
about the
Texas.
Austin Fire Department, 9/11 Austin? I like it.
Wait. Austin, Texas. You've heard of Fredericksburg, Texas, right, Austin?
Well, Texas GT, you know where I'm at.
I know.
Anyways.
The only time I ever got in trouble without testing out my Mustang GT is a street legal drag, and oh my God,
Fire Texas GT.
yeah,
He's just west of me, not even 100 miles west of me.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm in a
big
different
ass state.
country altogether. I'm in the People's Republic of Suck My Dick, California.
I got this Mustang, a street
sorry,
legal
Salty.
drag.
North
I got
or
this-
south?
I got this Mustang street legal drag, and I took it for a ride to test it out, and I got pulled over. I shit you not. His name was State Trooper Bacon, Bacon, Bacon.
Bacon?
Yeah. I swear to God.
You gotta be shitting me!
I swear to God. I waited for him for 5 minutes to catch up because the car is so fast.
Crazy.
And he threw my phone. He threw my phone across the field, and I never collected that phone. And he said, "You must be drunk." I said, "No, I'm a grown man. I just tested my phone," and I sat in jail for the night over a car doing 120 and a 50 mile per hour.
Well, there you go. There you go.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
I'm in Pennsylvania too, Spark.
You know what the
I know.
judge's name was at my
Sippy, hello and hugs and good night.
But I want you. I want you to know it was dismissed. It was dismissed.
Nice. That's nice. Nice.
First
Texas
time
Ranger.
I defended myself in court over
Yeah.
a traffic ticket. The
Yeah.
judge and the video's on my Leech channel.
I gotta
Yeah.
hit
Fucked
the
up.
latrine,
Fuck,
guys.
look,
I'll be right back.
Look, all right, look, Bill.
But
If
you have to laugh. The ranger or the state trooper was named Bacon. I was laughing the whole way.
So I
He
went to
said-
court, and the judge's name was John B. Street.
Yeah.
Street.
There you
That's a
go.
cool ass name for a traffic court judge. But he violated my rights, and that video's on my
Yeah.
other channel.
Oh,
Leech
I should have
598.
been ticketed. I should have been ticketed. I mean, he said, "I'm going to take you to, the legislator, whatever." I mean, he was so pissed off. I said, "Sir, I'm in complete control of this Mustang." You know what I'm saying? I grew up with Mustangs, and he was so pissed off. And I found out later that he was going home to Johnson City, Texas, and he was pissed off that he had to take me to jail and fill out paperwork. That's how cops are.
He didn't have to.
I mean, anyway.
They have discretionary enforcement, which is
Oh yeah, exactly. I mean, I waited for him off the side of the road. I said, "Look, I'm just testing out my car, because we just got a new engine in it, and I'm just trying to test it out. I'm not drunk. I'm not intoxicated. I'm not under the whatever." And the old Texas highway guys would say, "Then get your ass back to the carport." You know what I'm saying? But he took it the different way. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but I do want to give Salty and Jen a chance to tell a story because we've been telling stories for the last hour. So
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
he was
you're
just
all
so-
good, guys. You're all
Oh, I'm a
good.
good guy. I mean, I'm
Like
a
I
good
said,
guy. I
I'm
mean,
enjoying it.
But
Yeah.
hang
Like
on,
I said-
Salty's got to have a story or two about his 2 months.
yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Just,
thought
I
it's
blocked
funny.
it
You can't
out.
go in the military and not have a fucking story.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is what it is, man. I went in, it didn't work, I came out.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
after boot camp, you made it another month, so you had to have a story or two after the
Oh,
other month.
absolutely. I mean, I got a truck. My Mustang is my secondary car. I drive it
Bill,
around.
let Salty talk.
Yeah.
The
It's a
first
beautiful
weeks
car.
I went into the medical, I'm like, what the fuck? Like, these guys look like I did, but some of them had physical injuries, some had other injuries.
Yeah.
So for the first 2 weeks, I guess I was supposed to report to the security office, you know, so they could assign me job duties or whatever, like mopping, cleaning, shit like that. I didn't fucking know anything. So I fucking never went. So technically I was unaccounted for. I was on the base, but, you know, medical was different because you'd get up in the morning, you'd fucking walk to go eat breakfast or whatever. You didn't have to fall into any kind of line.
No.
You fucking go back to your fucking barracks afterwards and then go to your work assignments for the day. But
Salty.
me and like 5 other guys didn't know. We had work assignments, so we went to the fucking BX and fucking loaded up on junk food and fried food. And I found a bathroom that actually had a fucking door. And man, when I took a shit, fucking A.
No, I
it was righteous.
because I had Achilles tendonitis in MCT, which is Marine Combat Training, which the Army calls AIT. But after I got out of boot camp, went to MCT, and when I jumped out of the back of a 5-ton, I fucked up my Achilles tendon, and I was on medical platoon. And yeah, same shit. I was on crutches for 3-4 fucking weeks. I don't remember. Everybody's like, "Oh, you're just being. Do you want kicked out of the Marine Corps?" I'm like, "No, sir. I'm here." You know. And once you get put in that medical platoon, they think you're just trying to get. You don't want to be there, right? Like all of a sudden you got hurt, and you don't want to be here. I got a derogatory look. I got a derogatory NJP out of that. Like when I went to Okinawa, I had a folder which I shouldn't even have showed the staff sergeant, but I did because I wasn't hiding anything. And he goes, "Oh, you got an NJP, so you're a shitbird." I'm like, no, I got hurt, staff sergeant.
Yeah, exactly.
No. He says, no, this is an NJP. This is an Article 11, which I can't remember what that means right now. But he says, well, it seems like you're a shitbird, and I'm going to treat you like a shitbird until you prove otherwise. So at that point, why am I supposed to have any motivation? You see what I'm saying? The Marine Corps kills every bit of your motivation if you had a problem. So...
what makes the grass grow? Hey, hold on. What makes the grass grow?
No, you know what, Jinty?
Blood.
No, Jinty, everybody else. At least the kid decided to go into the Marine Force. You know what I'm saying? How many people, you know, decide to go to the military? So if you're denied,
I went to the Marine Corps to make my other friends look like pussies because they joined the Navy.
No,
offense, Texas.
Oh shit!
The Marine Corps is part of the Navy. Hello.
Oh, yeah.
No. The
Marine Corps is an extension of the Navy. I'm sorry.
Hang on a second.
Yeah,
let's
exactly.
talk this out. Wait,
wait.
Where's the?
No. I'm trying to say at least the man tried to go into the service.
You know what I have over you? The sequence of the seniority of flags goes Army, Marine Corps, then the Navy. You know why? Because the Navy was disbanded after the Revolutionary War. That's why the Marine Corps is senior to the Navy in the flag sequence. No, that's a true story. So,
did you know the Army Rangers were like the first troops? We're talking way back in the Revolutionary War. The Rangers were actually the first. The Army Rangers.
How about the SEAL teams?
Oh, you mean them search and rescue pussies?
Oh, really?
Hey, SEAL Team 6. Hey, did you just hear SEAL Team 6 just picked up the 2 bodies that just crashed? This aircraft just crashed in Afghanistan. They went and picked up the 2 bodies and brought them back. Yep.
They brought them back.
It's in the news. SEAL Team 6 did it. Yep.
Yeah, but they were disbanded back in the 70s, right?
Not SEAL Team 6?
Yeah, which SEAL team was disbanded? There was a SEAL team that got disbanded.
Not SEAL Team 6. They're in operation.
No. There's SEAL Team 4, 3, and 2.
Look, it's in the news. Look up SEAL Team 6. There was an aircraft that went down in Afghanistan recently. We're talking like in the last few days. They went in, they got the 2 bodies, and they brought them out.
Hats off to them. But here's
what I'm just saying, they're still around.
Here's what I'm saying. Yeah, but hang on. SEAL Team
Navy,
6
Navy.
was disbanded.
No. Navy and SEAL team work in discretion. You know what I'm saying? A SEAL team goes in with 4, and they go against thousands. SEAL team goes into 4. You
Hang
have
on,
communication,
I'm gonna do
sniper.
what our trolls do. I'm gonna go to Google and look
Yeah,
up
check it
what
out.
SEAL team was disbanded, because there was a SEAL team that was disbanded back in the day. They were like
It's not
dishonored,
6.
not dishonored.
Oh
but
boy,
you know, like with
you're
Tom Cruise.
ex-military.
Wait, hang on a second.
You're
No,
ex-military, and you're gonna do this, okay?
I'm ex-military. No. I'm just trying to figure out the facts.
Okay.
I'm ex-military, but I'm still a Marine. I did not.
Hey,
get
Texas GT. Texas GT. It's finally
ma'am.
good to see your face, sir. I
Okay.
just want to say
wait.
hello.
Big
I
Tim,
promise you. SEAL team.
Tate says SEAL Team 6 is the one that got Bin Laden, but one of them were disbanded back in the day because
Yeah,
they did
6
some rogue
is still
shit. I can't
around.
remember what the fuck.
They just
And
did
I'm
a
not-
mission to get
right,
the guys
I'm not
out.
dishonoring them. I'm just saying, but they were
There's
disavowed.
no dishonor amongst.
But they were disavowed.
Well,
Oh
which
my
team
God,
was it?
Marine.
Which team was this?
Maybe it was the team that Richard Marchenko led when he did all the base security infiltrations.
Hi, Big Tim.
What's up,
Big Tim, you gonna come on the panel? Big
Come on,
Tim,
Big
get
Tim.
your butt on the panel,
Big
Big Tim.
Tim. Big Tim did his first cop watch a couple days ago.
Yeah,
I
Big
saw it.
Tim, get on the panel. Hopefully he's not working right now. He's been working all day.
Wait a
He
minute.
works every day.
We all
it seems
know
like.
that I'm a Marine, so I got to talk shit about the Army and the Navy. So
Hey, Marine. I tell you what.
no,
Kim-
wait, but I mean,
Hey,
I
hey.
mean no disrespect. I mean no
Hey,
disrespect. We give
hey,
each other
Marine,
shit. That's what we
Marine,
do.
Marine. Can you swim? Can you go submarine? Can you
Nope,
swim for miles?
I can't.
That's what I'm saying. That's the difference between Navy and SEAL team and
What?
Green
We're
Berets.
giving each other
And
shit.
you know what?
We're
And
not
you know what?
with each other.
And you know what? As SEAL team, we can come across the country and we can save people, just like you did. Just like you did.
Let me tell you what joke about.
Please, as
Hang
Marines,
on. Salty's got to say something, then he's got to go.
man, I cannot
Let me
believe
tell you-
I'm
let me tell you a
taking up
joke.
for the Navy. I cannot believe I'm taking up for the SEAls.
I'm just giving you shit. That's all, dude. Hey, wait.
So,
Salty's
all right,
got
let me
something
Hey,
to
the
say.
SEAls took out. No, the
Text,
SEAls.
text.
Yeah, go ahead.
Hang on a second. Hang on.
We are
hang
fighting.
on 1 second.
You know what? We're fighting about the same people taking care of the country. Do you understand what I'm saying?
It's Spartacus!
We're still. I mean, who gives a shit about competition between Air Force?
There isn't.
Yeah.
We give each other shit.
We work as a team. We work as a
Right.
team. That's a
But we
matter
still
of
give
fact.
each other
That's it.
shit.
Yeah.
Right.
Hey, Salty, go ahead. Salty's got.
Yeah, Salty. Go ahead, Salty.
So you got a Marine and you got you're in the bar
Christ.
drinking.
I'm about to hang up
Yes.
because I tell you what, as a
TX.
veteran,
TX,
I'm about to hang up.
TX, hang on. Let Salty talk, because he's got to go. Let him talk quick.
That's my dad.
So you got a Marine.
You want me to talk quick? I will talk quick, but this is getting ridiculous. We're talking
Let's-
about. No.
Just let Salty
No. I want you to understand.
Oh, Salty
We're-
left.
we're-
Damn it.
I want you to understand. We're talking about the same entities that have served this country.
Yes, and I'm just talking shit. That's what we do as military members.
Well, don't
mean
talk shit.
insult. We don't mean insult. We give
True,
each other
it's
shit.
true. We do
We
talk
don't-
shit.
we don't
Texas
mean-
GT,
yeah,
you
but
know
we don't
that.
mean
It's
insult,
all
bro.
bullshit.
It's
We
all
don't mean
bullshit.
anything. Yep,
We're
it's
all in
it.
your military.
We're just
yes.
talking shit.
Okay,
They call it
so-
talking shit.
So you're joking around, right? You're joking
Yeah,
around.
we're joking.
yes,
We're
yes.
joking.
Joking.
We're joking, man.
And now
you know that.
Salty's
Okay.
gone, so we didn't get what Salty had to say.
Okay,
He'll come
we're
back.
cool.
Trying to
We're cool.
Hopefully he'll come back.
TX.
He'll come back. Salty, come back,
No,
please.
Salty has to go. He had to go.
We
Oh, he has got to
are
go to
cool.
work. Oh, he was on his lunch break or something.
No, Tex, man, that's what we all give each other shit, but we respect each
I know.
other, man.
So
Right.
we're cool, right? We're cool.
Yeah, we
Oh,
make
we're
jokes.
all
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
brother.
Okay.
I don't have an ill word to say about a SEAL at all, but I don't like jokes because they're supposed to understand that I'm a Marine.
Oh, believe me. Oh,
and-
believe me.
Right. We're fucking with each other. We don't mean
Okay.
disrespect. Yeah. No
Okay.
disrespect. We're just fucking cutting shit, right?
Okay. Because,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, even in the Navy, we make fun of each other. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Bubbleheads.
Or we do like the
Texas
combat
GT,
for
man.
like five, you know.
I have a question. Texas GT. What
Yes.
may I ask you what your job was in the Navy?
I was,
you told me diver. That's right. Diver and
Yeah,
saving
no, I
people.
thought he said he was a diver.
I was a rescue swimmer.
Yeah.
I did special forces during the Gulf War syndrome or Gulf
Yeah.
War.
The first
boarding
Gulf War.
ship.
The first Gulf War. The first Gulf War, right?
Yes.
With me,
Yeah.
you were in the same area as I was. Yeah.
Yeah. Operations
So
specialist.
you were a CB.
No, I wasn't a CB. CBs, they cross boards across rivers.
Well, and they also
Um,
dive. There's different divisions of CBs. They have
Okay.
divers. They have yeah.
No, I was a rescue swimmer.
Did you ever rescue anybody?
Yeah,
Who?
off the coast of Israel.
Who? Like what? Like a fighter jet had to reject?
A boat that.
Who's to the left of Texas? Who's the one with the? Who's that over there, Jen?
Oh, that's
Who's below
Big Tim
you?
Hill. That's Big Tim Hill
Oh,
news.
okay. All right. Sorry.
He just got his. Hey, he just got his first cop watch the other day, like a day or two ago.
Yeah, I mean,
he
this is the first time. This is the first time I've been able to speak my mind without.
Go ahead.
Good job, Big
No,
Tim.
go ahead. Hey, Bill. Now
Yes, sir.
let Texas finish the story. About
Yes,
the
sir.
rescue mission.
Yes, sir.
Off the coast of Israel, there was a tourist boat that capsized, and as a rescue swimmer, we were there, and I was in the water for 5 hours. This is way back in the day.
Okay.
Um,
Let me ask you another question. How many of these missions did you perform? How many people did you save? How many times were you actually put in that position?
people.
Okay, so
Six
six
people.
times or 6 people that time?
No, 6 people, and the rest came up.
Okay, at that time. So how many times were you
All right.
deployed to rescue people? I
Hang
have
on,
that
Bill.
question. Can I make?
Bill.
Can I?
Actually-
hey, can I ask a question here? I'm asking.
Yeah,
a
you
I mean,
asked to,
I love the answers. I love the answers because you know what? Like I said before, my day of top secret clearance is done now.
It's
So I-
over with. Over
Yeah.
20 years, you're good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I can speak any questions you want.
Mhm.
Any
Yeah, but
question.
my point.
I'm only asking you how many.
Bill,
hold on,
Bill,
Spartacus.
Bill,
Spartacus,
Bill.
you
right,
you
go
are
ahead.
like
Go ahead.
you have been controlling this whole thing, dude. Can I
Nah,
please
you're
say
right.
something?
You're right. Yeah, sir.
Yeah,
You're right.
yeah, youngster.
You're right.
Okay,
You're right. You're right.
Yeah, 1975. Okay, hold on.
I'm not a
Texas
youngster.
GT. No, I was
Yes, sir.
talking to Spartacus. Okay, Texas
Yeah.
GT. I was asking you, have you ever had to rescue like a fallen pilot or like somebody that went down in the water or anything
No, sir.
anything crazy? You know
Nope.
why? In the first Gulf War, we had air superiority.
I
Air
know.
superiority.
You
So
ever
thank
heard-
God you didn't have to do that. Yeah.
You
Yeah,
ever heard
but-
of operations specialist?
No, I haven't heard of that.
Okay, that was my initial job, operations specialist.
Okay. And that meant, what does that mean, operation specialist?
That means shipping control and air traffic control. When we came in first into the Red Sea.
Within the Persian Gulf area?
Yes,
Or-
yes.
And what ship were you on? What ship were you stationed on in the Persian Gulf back then?
Thank you very much. I want you to look up USS Thomas C. Hart, 1092, fast frigates. I promise to God.
You wouldn't forget.
Yeah, USS Thomas C. Hart, USS frigates, 1092. I promise you, I'm not bullshitting you.
I believe you. And you know what? Thank you for your service, Texas GT.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, I can't do the Navy. I'm not a boat person. I mean,
Well,
I
I'll
would
tell you
get
what.
sick as a fucking dog on those goddamn
Oh,
boats. Fuck that shit.
yeah, I
I'm an
know,
army
I know.
guy. I like
I
to
know.
land, okay? Now, I can jump
Yeah.
out of a helicopter, jump out of a plane with a parachute, no fucking problem. But, man, put me on that fucking water, dude. I'm ready to kill.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm probably ready to
Oh, it
fucking
was
throw up, you know.
no, it was crazy. I mean,
Yeah.
we were there for 2 years, or a year. I'm sorry, not 2 years, but a year. You know, we came across with the Iowa battleship, and we sat there, and that's the shit about the Navy.
Yeah. Hey,
don't
brother,
know
did
why.
you ever get to snap some pictures? You know what I mean, of when you were
Yeah,
there? Like,
you
do
know
you have
what?
some?
I did, but I'm not on Facebook anymore. But you can look up uh, Red
You
Sea
can show them
pictures.
if you got pictures. You can show them right here on the
Yeah,
panel. I mean,
you know what? Just look up USS Thomas C. Hart, 1092.
well, I know that's a true. That is true. That is a true
Yeah.
ship. I just know by the name you just said. I've heard of it before. You know. Guess how many ships we actually have?
Oh, I know. I mean, you know what? In
We don't
fact,
have. You think we have more than we do, but we don't. We have. I think it's in the
absolutely.
600 to 800 ship range. It's not like we don't have a million. I mean, there's just only so many. You know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's,
I mean, if you go into history, you know, T.D. Roosevelt started the whole Navy.
thank
If you
God
look
for
at history.
thank God for Teddy Roosevelt. You know.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Thank God
The
for
White
him.
Navy, you know what I'm saying?
Hey man, the Navy rules the world. Okay, whoever has the greatest Navy rules the world. It's
Exactly.
true. It's absolutely true. And the fact that we defeated the British. Okay, they had the greatest Navy in the world, but our ancestors, Texas GT, we defeated them. Is that not amazing? I mean, if we wouldn't have defeated them, we'd all be speaking like English and shit. You know, Mike.
I love your attitude. I love your attitude because you know what?
Hey,
I've given up on, as I say, TV dinner people. You know what I'm saying? Where they just come home and eat dinner and watch TV. It's your insights.
I speak the truth, Mike, and I ain't
Oh,
gonna even
me
try
too.
to. You know what I mean? Dude, I'm about truth. Okay, I'm about
Yeah.
truth. I don't falsify anything I say. I don't like. I am truthful when I speak. I don't try to like boast or anything like that. I've already told you. I've never had to fire my weapon against the enemy combatant in my life.
Absolutely
And I'm
not.
so happy that I didn't have to do that because to take a life, even the enemy's life, it's not going to be good for you. You're gonna feel like you killed somebody. But you know, I think if it's an enemy that's shooting at me, I could do it, and I will do it. And you know what? I think I'll be okay mentally. But until you do it, you don't realize the repercussions. You know what I mean?
Well, there's iron in your mouth. Please get that. Iron in your mouth.
Texas GT. Your picture. What is that? Your face? What are we looking at here?
I'm just.
You're like crooked or something. Yeah. Yeah. There you go. Now, see, you got that light. Take that light that's above you, and put your face where we can see it. Because with that light, not like that, but with that light above your face, it makes your face all black out. We can't even see what you look like, dude.
Okay.
That's in your ear. The camera's in your ear now.
No,
that's your ear.
But you understand. You ever heard of Gulfport syndrome? I know you're laughing.
I have, and I think I know why you have it because as you well know, remember those oil fields, those oil.
Oh yeah,
things were blown up, and
yeah.
so what was going on is it was burning all the oil into the air. You breathed it in, and guess what happens? It'll fuck you up, dude. It'll fuck your brain up. It'll fuck everything about you up. Okay. I believe that's why you have the syndrome you have. And the same thing with the second Gulf War. Okay. They were burning all those tires and they were burning all this shit out there and they were all breathing it. Okay. And it's the same thing, man. And I think because it's got carcinogens in it. Texas GT,
Greg,
I feel sorry for you because I'd never had to go over there. I was ready to go there. I was ready to go. In fact, we wanted to go, but they didn't let us go because it was the first Gulf War and the first Bush, Daddy Bush, didn't want to go and going to go into Baghdad. And he didn't want to do all that, so we didn't have to go. And at the time, dude, I was like 18, dude. I was like fucking gung ho, ready to fucking go, dude. I had just got out of training. I was ready to fucking kill. You know what I mean? I was ready. I was ready to fucking light them up.
So when did you join?
April 27th, 1988. The exact date that I signed.
Wow.
That I signed the paperwork. Yep, that I signed the paperwork. I went to basic training. I'll show you the picture. I mean, the picture, the date is going to be off from the actual date we started because when they do pictures, it's usually like a week or two into it. But it was in like June of 1988. I went to basic training at Fort Benning, Georgia.
Georgia.
Yeah, Fort Benning, Georgia, because I was in infantry. I was 11 Bravo, airborne, 1 Papa. They call 11 Bravo 1 Papa because I was a private. If you were a corporal, you'd be 2 Papa. If you were a sergeant, you'd be 3 Papa, and so on. Yeah.
Houston, Texas.
Huh?
I said Houston, Texas. Meds, downtown. Raise my right arm.
Oh, you're talking about somebody else?
No. I'm saying I'm from Houston, Texas.
Oh, you're from Houston, Texas?
Yeah. I went down to Meds, and raised my right hand at 17 years old.
Oh, really? Okay. See, I was here in Austin, and I went to the Camp Mabry here in Austin. I took the ASVAB.
Austin, Texas?
I took the ASVAB. Yeah, Austin, Texas. I took the ASVAB when I was barely turned 17.
Oh, yeah. I took the ASVAB.
I scored high enough at 17 years old. I scored high enough to go to officer candidate school. That's how high I scored.
Right.
Yeah.
Are we
just barely? 110. I scored a 113. I just scored 3 points higher than the cutoff of officer candidate school. So I was, at 17 years old. We're talking only after being a junior in high school. I was already that smart.
Well, I scored. I think we had this conversation before. You're right. I scored 96 out of 100. I mean,
it goes beyond 100 in the ASVAB. Well, you're in the Navy, so they do a different scoring thing.
No, ASVAB score is the ASVAB score. It goes.
Well, I scored a 113, and a 110 or higher was. I mean, it's not on a 0 to 100. It goes beyond it. And I scored a 113, and 110 or higher was officer candidate school. And that was at 17 years old. I think we lost Gen T. I think we lost. Hopefully he'll come back.
In about 10 minutes, I am going to.
Are you closing the bar?
Yeah.
Darn. That sucks. Oh well.
Sorry.
It's all good. I can't do my own party. Maybe in 4 days.
If he comes back, come back, Spartacus. If you want to jump back in, you can. Once I end the broadcast, you guys can all talk in the back, and it won't be live.
Is Peachy? I wonder if Peachy's still going because I'll jump with her if she's still there. Looks like Peachy. No, Peachy's gone too. Peachy's done. Yeah, Peachy's gone too. Damn, that sucks. Oh well. It is what it is. Now, Hey, it's only me and you now, Genty.
Yep, I see that.
Who did we lose? We just lost.
GT.
GT backed out too.
Yeah. Well, I think he lost connection.
Yeah.
Yep. Here he comes. He's coming back.
Coming back. Okay, good.
GT, just letting
All right,
you
we
know.
got 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes. Texas GT, 10 minutes, man. 10 more minutes. Stand in the door. Stand in the door. That's what they would tell us in when you're on the airplane or the airplane. Okay, they would, as airborne, you got your parachutes on, your combat equipment on, and if you were the first person, you know, to jump, they would say stand in the door. And I tell you right now, that's intimidating because you got to put your arms on that door and you're standing and the door. Like, in other words, air is passing by you at 150 miles an hour. And you just, when they say go, you just jump, man. You go, 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 go. Yeah.
Shit.
But Texas GT, what you did, that to me, that's scary. More scarier, you know, than what I did. Like, I think what you did is amazing. Because I mean, that's not a job. I mean, I would be very scared to do that job, you know, jumping into the water to try to save people. Man, you got to be a good swimmer and you got to be very strong. And you did it, brother. You did it, man. You did that, dude. And you know what? Fucking, I love you, man. I love you for doing that, dude. Not everybody can do that, dude. And you did it. I mean, that's like a specialty, dude. You going and saving people in the water, that is like freaking gold, dude.
Thank you.
I'm just saying, that's truth. That's the damn truth, dude.
I could never imagine.
It's even better than what I did. I just jumped onto land with a parachute. It's easy. I mean, you know, as long as you don't put you in a tree like they did one time. One time they dropped us in the trees. That's not too fun, but
I could never imagine jumping out of a helicopter, or I'm sorry, a aircraft.
Well, I jumped out of 11 of my jumps are out of 11 are helicopters and 5 are aircraft.
Yeah.
Or planes or jets.
I mean, you know, the whole thing about Kobe Bryant. I know helicopters. They're saran wraps. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Helicopters are fiberglass. It's like a syringe wrap.
Oh yeah, that thing hits the ground, it's gonna just implode. Yeah.
It doesn't explode. It implodes.
Or explode. Implodes.
Implode.
Yeah.
And shit. Yeah.
And the gasoline. I mean, got to think all the fuel that was on there. When it hit, it just blew. They probably burned alive mostly. Well, they probably died on impact because the impact was probably so severe that it probably broke their spines, hopefully. I mean, hopefully they died very quickly. You know what I mean? So they didn't feel much pain because the fire engulfed that whole thing eventually.
Right.
Yeah, so.
I swear to God, I hope this doesn't sound bad. If you're going to die quickly.
Yeah, that's not bad, dude. If you're going to go out, you want to go out quickly.
Spark. Don't worry about Spark.
Yeah, if you want nobody wants to die unless you're in a position of pain and suffering, and then you may want to die. But when the time comes, we all want to go out quickly.
Exactly.
There's no doubt about that, man. Nobody wants to suffer. Okay, Neil Peart of Rush suffered 3.5 years. The drummer of Rush, who passed away January 7th, suffered 3.5 years with brain cancer.
Damn.
Yeah, and it was just brought to light on January 10th.
And you know what? He was probably
sad. It's sad. It breaks my heart, man. That man did not deserve to go out like that.
Yeah.
Oh, and especially after his wife died of cancer and his daughter died of a goddamn car wreck 6 months before his wife died. I mean, it's just horrible what this man had to go through. Yet he was Neil Peart. He was the greatest drummer in rock and roll history. You know, next to John Bonham and Keith Moon and some of the other ones. You know. It's just amazing. I mean, and guess what? What I heard is Neil Peart was joking, still like joking. He's very smart, all the way up until he died. You know what I mean? He's very, very smart man. Very, I mean, what's really sad is, you know, he had his new wife. He met in like 2001. She was a photographer, you know, did a lot of photography professionally. He had a daughter. His daughter was 10 years old. You got to think, Neil just retired 4 years ago from Rush. He died at 67 years old. He didn't even get to enjoy his retirement.
Exactly.
That's how precious life is. It's just, it's.
I want you to know, life is precious.
Yes,
it really is.
It really is. It's very precious.
Tomorrow I could be dead. Tomorrow you could be dead.
Yeah.
But life is precious. I got a dog and a Mustang and a girl. That's all I got. I know it sounds corny, but I get up each morning. I take my Mustang for a ride with the dog in the front seat, and I have a good time.
That's not corny, dude. That's fucking cool. That's cool. That damn right it's cool. You're living your life, dude. You are living your life, and you are providing a good time for the people and pets around you. That is awesome. You are living life, man. And I love you for that.
Oh, give me a break. I'm sorry. I'm not used to this appraisal or this appraise. The thing is, when I try to help this community, as we're talking about police officers,
yes,
they're so, how do I say, worried about dinner tonight. I just don't get it.
They're their own clique. That's the problem. There's a disconnect between the community, the people, and the people that are supposed to sort of govern the people. Okay, the people that think they're the governors, they think they are sort of like our masters, like they are royalty, which they're not. They're just people that are lucky to be in the job they're in. That's all it is, you know?
I tell you what, this whole first audit amendment, I've been fighting this since 92. You remember Gavitt? You know who Gavitt is? You ever heard of Gavitt?
Say it again?
Gavitt.
What is a Gavitt? I don't understand that.
Okay, Gavitt was West Coast, and he was the first per se auditor.
You talking about Gavin Syme?
Gavin. I'm sorry.
Okay,
Gavin.
yeah. Well, yeah. Of course, I know Gavin Syme. That's what.
Okay, Gavin,
that's one of the first people I ever found on the internet going about this. So.
Exactly. And you know what? Before him, living in Texas, if you have time to listen.
Hi, David. I just want to say hi, David. No, that was like 8 minutes ago. Sorry.
I'm sorry. I mispronounced the name. But
Gavin, it's Gavin.
Gavin.
Yeah,
I loved it how he approached the mismarked police car and asked for his ID. And as a veteran, that just got my adrenaline going. You know what I'm saying?
Because, I mean, Gavin Syme, I mean, and the way he did it was very professionally. He's a very professional. He's like James Freeman, very professional. He's like a Johnny 5-0, very professional. There's many people in the movement that are very professional. Houston, very professional. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, I just thought it was very professional how he walked up to the unmarked police car and asked him for ID, and the cop was so shocked.
Yeah. He's like, what?
Exactly. And I'll tell you a little story. Here in Texas, as a veteran of war, I had pneumonia. It's a place called Kerrville, Texas. I went to
I know where you're
HEB.
at. I know where you're at, brother. I know where you're
Okay.
at. Yeah.
Okay. I went to HEB to get some, medical shit for my pneumonia because of my shit from the Gulf War. And don't get me wrong, I messed up. My what is it? Not registration, but my help me out. My yearly
No, you don't do inspection there.
Yeah, inspection sticker was overdue.
Okay.
Okay, so he pulled the cop pulled me over, and I sat in a private parking lot for 20 minutes until his partner fucking pulled his, and I shit you not, this is why I get pissed, pulled his sidearm and knocked on my, no, he knocked on my arm, or my windshield,